Alright, choices again. Less choices now. Can't believe I've done 5 of these already. Alright, we got Ferris. We got Suzuha. We got Mayuri. And we got a Moika. I'm kind of feeling Ferris today. That's my go-to. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Nyan Nyan. Superhero Chat-Noir. Oh Christ. Spilling water everywhere. Kill me.
今朝、久しぶりに夢を見た。いつもはこんなことはないのに。覚えてないとか、そういうのじゃない。夢を見ること自体、普段からあまりなかった。とにかく、夢の中で私は寝坊して、慌ててリビングに駆け込んでいた。そこには、パパとママと執事の黒木がいて、私が起きてくるのを待っていた。パパはタブレット型の端末でネットニュースに目を通しながら私におはようを言ってくれる。ママと黒木はあれほど起こしたのにと苦笑していた。私がそれにちゃんと起こしてよと抗議すると、パパが救いの手を差し伸べてくれる。学校には車で送ってあげるから、ちゃんと朝食を済ませなさい、と。それは、ごく当たり前の日常で、誰もが経験する退屈な出来事。私が見たのは、そんな残酷な夢だった。10年前に、私は世界で一番大切な人を失った。私の世界が変わったのは、それからだった。あの日から、私は元地主の娘として、パパが愛したこの秋葉原を守るために、大人たちの中で戦ってきた。もちろん、子供としてやるべきことはしている。昼間は学校、夜は自宅学習。それは、大人たちとの集まりがある日だって変わることはない。決して楽な日々じゃなかった。パパが残してくれた財産があったために、いらない労力を使い、神経をすり減らしてきたんだ。気づくと私は、学校でも、大人たちの集まりでも、浮いた存在になっていた。家に帰っても、私を待ってくれているのは、黒木だけ。ママは、お仕事の都合で家を空けることが多く、親子の意識さえ希薄な関係だった。一体、私は何をしてるんだろう。必死に走ってきたこの10年に意味はあるのかな。教えてほしい。私という存在の意味を。わかってる。答えは自分で見つけるものだって。それとも、求めてはいけないものなの？いつか、私という存在に意味を見つけることができたらいいな。
Well, that was...
お帰りなさいませ、お嬢様。
That was painful. I don't know if I prefer the ones where they shatter my heart immediately or if they hold off on the pain. They're both incredible, but it's been an avalanche of just heartbreaking.
いや、椎名真由里、お言葉に甘えて来ちゃったよ。
Amane-san, relieved to see our faces after poking her head in through the gap of the door, walks into the cafe. Although peak time has already passed, the cafe is still bustling with lots of masters and mistresses. More than half of the people present are women wearing loud, trendy clothes. With only a track jacket and spats on, Mani-san stands out quite a bit. Her hesitation entering the cafe is probably due to her own sensitivity to this kind of atmosphere. Mayuri-chan and I both flash her heartfelt smiles in an attempt to make her feel more relaxed.
嬉しいにゃー。今日はたっぷりサービスするにゃ。マユシーから話は聞いてるにゃ。まずはお席にどうぞにゃ。へえ、ここがメイド喫茶か。
Mane-san looks around the cafe, a twinkle in her eyes. This is apparently her first time visiting one. At some point while talking to Mayuri-chan, the topic of maid cafes came up, and Amane-san admitted to never having been to one before, which brings us to the present. That'd certainly explain why she looks like a kitten who has just been taken to a new home. Is that what she looks like? Her eyes are full of hopeful expectation, excited to see what kind of amazement awaits. This is adorable. All the masters and mistresses who visit Meikui Nyanyan have that look in their eyes, and I love it. I love that name.
ねえねえ、初めてのメイド喫茶どうかにゃ。
Mayuri-chan shows her to a counter seat in the back and inquisitively peeks at Amane-san's face. For what it's worth, Amane-san seems super eager to give her thoughts. Her eyes chase the other maids as they run to and fro, her breathing becoming increasingly more ragged.
制服が可愛いね。でもちょっと動きづらそうかな。そんなことないにゃ。派手なアクションでもしない限りはあれで十分動きやすいにゃ。ああ、そっか。そうだよね。でも最近はこの制服以外のコスでもご主人様をお迎えしようかなってちょっとだけ考えてるにゃ。これ以外でどんなコスプレデーにゃ。ライネットかけるとか最近始まった電光石火シャノワールとかアニメのコスプレでご主人様をお迎えするにゃ。
Alright, let's learn about this Chat-Noir. Oh dear lord. The, L? Right? Weird. An anime with a heroine named Chat-Noir that wears a sailor uniform. A sailor uniform-like outfit as she fights against the forces of evil. Adapted from the light novel of the same name. Interesting.
聞いたことあるよ。確かカードゲームのアニメと変身ヒロインのアニメだよね。フェリスちゃんは今電光石火シャノワールに夢中ですのにゃ。それでか、うまーく利用しようってことだね。フェイリスは知らないんやよ。店長が考えたことでどうしてもって言われればシャノワールのコスを着てもいいって話にゃ。でも私はこっちのメイド服の方がいいかな。無駄な装飾とかないし、まさにシンプルイズベスト。お褒めに預かり光栄ですにゃ。ところで頭に乗っけてるのは猫耳？フェイリスのと同じやつだよね。同じようなやつにゃ。お店のトレードマークにゃ。だからメイドさんはみんなニャンニャンなのですにゃ。
Dude, my face is gonna hurt so bad after this. Oh my god, it's so funny. I love it all so much. Nyan. The corners of Amane-san's eyes drop. A look, almost as if she were melting. That look can only mean one thing.
すずにゃん、この制服気に入ったにゃ。それなら今度着てみたらどうにゃ。制服？わあ、いいにゃそれ。すずにゃんなら絶対似合うと思うにゃ。私が？ ああ、でも変じゃない？大丈夫。おさげがメイドさんっぽいし、着てみたら可愛いと思うにゃ。そうかな。そうにゃ。そっか。
She blushes ever so slightly. Her twinkling eyes dart back and forth between our maid outfits, her body squirming. This is adorable! She's probably picturing herself dressed like a maid, working the floor and interacting with the guests. Shining radiantly on stage while bathing in the rays of passionate gazes, it's a dream that most any girl has, an eternal aspiration of sorts.
それじゃあ、お言葉に甘えて、今度着させてもらおうかな。大歓迎にゃ。どうせなら明日とかどうにゃ。それならすずさん用にサイズ調整しないとだにゃ。にゃふふ。特に胸のあたりをしっかり測っておかにゃいと、後でボタンがはじけてハレンチニャンニャンになってしまうにゃ。それは困るな。ああ、でも心配いらないにゃ。後でスタッフが美味しくいただくにゃ。ごめんにゃ、すずさん。さっきまでダルくんがいたにゃ。にゃふふ。それより後でサイズ測らせてにゃ。マユシーがバッチリ直しておくにゃ。でも岡部倫太郎と橋田至には内緒だよ。恥ずかしがらなくてもいいのにゃ。オッケーにゃ。女の子だけの秘密にゃ。楽しみだね。
Immediately, this is so freaking cute. Seeing her like this serves as a reminder that she's just a normal girl. But there's just something about her that I can't put my finger on. There's something I can't see, something mysterious and invisible behind her. Oh god. Yeah. To be honest, I really don't know her very well. She came to Akihabara recently, but I only heard about her from Okabe-san. A girl who loves bicycles and the outdoors. But there's something almost otherworldly about her that's hard to grasp. Even with my ability to see a person's true nature by looking into their eyes, it takes every drop of effort for me to see that Amane-san has no ill will. Has she received some kind of counter mind-reading training? No way. This isn't some anime or manga.
それじゃあご注文を承りますにゃ、お嬢様。
After losing ourselves in conversation upon showing Amane-san to her seat, Mayuri-chan hands her a menu as the conversation reaches its natural end. But she seems somewhat surprised by her options in the menu.
ここで注文？いいの？ここで注文しちゃって。ここってただのカウンター席にゃ？どうしてにゃ？こういう場所って上官、偉い人しか座っちゃいけないんじゃないの？そんなことないにゃ。
I move in and whisper into Amane-san's ear.
今日はテーブル席にちょっと騒がしいご主人様たちがいるのにゃ。このくらい離れてた方が落ち着いて話ができるにゃ。テーブル席？あの二人組
Amane-san turns in the direction of said masters. They've been sitting there for the last 30 minutes with a laptop at the center of the table, occasionally cheering loudly. Though it doesn't happen that often, every time they get loud, the rest of the masters in the cafe shoot cold glares at them.
調べ物をしてるみたいだけど、何やってるのかな？都市伝説にゃ。都市伝説？すずにゃんは聞いたことないにゃ。ほら、 ベッドの下の男とかピアスの白い糸とかにゃ。
I'm unfamiliar with either of these. Tell me. The white string. An urban legend about the human body. Once upon a time, there was a girl who wanted to look cute, so she decided to get a piercing. Going to the hospital was too much of a drag, so she decided to do it herself. After successfully completing the procedure, she accidentally pulled at the white string coming from her ear, resulting in tragedy. Everything went dark. As it turns out, that white string was her sight, and she had incidentally made herself go blind. Fucking what? A famous spectral urban legend. There are various versions of this specific urban legend, with the following being a particularly famous example. One night, person A takes their friend, person B, home with them. However, as soon as person B enters, I feel like I should be doing this in the dark with a flashlight. However, as soon as person B enters, they force person A to go with them to the convenience store. After leaving, person A asks person B what the rush is about, and person B turns to them, their face pale, and says, "There was a man holding an axe in his hand sitting underneath your bed!" Alright. Honestly, pretty underwhelming finish there, but alright. Mayuri-chan then energetically raises her hand. Dude, I can't handle this right now.
この前もね、オカリンがジョン・タイターっていう人のお話をしてくれたんだにゃ。未来から来た人みたいにゃ。
Alright, what do they have to say about John Teeter? Self-proclaimed time traveler from 2036 who appeared on an American internet message board in November of 2000. The internet went into an uproar, flooding the board with questions and debate. Teeter posted pictures of his time machine and its control manual, as well as diagrams illustrating time machine mechanics. He also disclosed information on near-future events, time travel physics, history intervention, the multiverse, timelines, and world lines. And then, 4 months after his appearance, he left a comment saying, "I will be leaving this world line shortly, and this will be my final post," and disappeared. Classic. John Teeter. Amane-san's shoulders jolt slightly the moment she hears the name.
ああ、あれ。うん、了解。大体理解した。で、その都市伝説が彼らとどんな関係があるの？
It's neat that I like how the tips page that talks about John Teeter is talking about the actual John Teeter as opposed to the Steins Gate version of John Teeter. It's very funny.
秋葉原で実際起こったこととして2週間ほど前からネットで話題になってるにゃ。それからああやって見に来るご主人様が増えたにゃ。へえ、そんなことがあったのにゃ。まゆし知らないにゃ。今日だけでも5、6組のご主人様が話してたにゃ。しょうがないにゃね。マユシーはご主人様たちの楽しそうな顔を見てるだけで幸せになっちゃって細かいことを気にしなさすぎにゃ。
That's part of her charm. But I love that about Mayuri-chan. He's like some kind of angel that can look beyond losses and gains. She's happy when others are happy, and sad when they're sad. Having spent so much of my life around shrewd adults, she's one of the few friends I have that I trust from the bottom of my heart. Just watching her wear her emotions on her face makes my heart feel that much lighter, dude.
はあ、マユシーが秋葉原の打天使になってラグナロクに立ち向かったっていう都市伝説ならフェイリスも大歓迎なのににゃ。そんなに悪い噂なの？悪いも悪い。極悪すぎる都市伝説にゃ。
It's me! How's it going? Welcome to the, party. Whoop whoop. It's Ferris time.
シンも聞いてみたいのですにゃ。それなら。
Yeah. Yeah, I had to miss Friday because I promised my dad I'd hang out. Yeah, no worries. I imagine, you know, everybody's got their own lives to live, you know? I appreciate you showing up when you do.
まず、秋葉原の都市伝説には3つの噂があるにゃ。その第1が、謎の爬虫人間にゃ。
Nice. Yeah, I'm still mad that one ended the way it did. My computer just started like spazzing out, and it was awful. Made me so mad. I think I got it under control. I think I cleared up some space on my hard drive and it's lagged throughout. Oh god, sucks. I think my internet was just like having a poopy spike, and then is there lag now too? I mean, I'm not. I'm not dropping any frames. It says dropped frames 0. I think if I remember correctly, near the end of the Anonymous Code stream, I was like, my connection is pristine, and it's pristine. My computer, it says it's fine. I hope there is no lag. Yeah. Could be. I certainly hope it's not on my end, because I barely figured out how to do this, like, as it stands. If I have to actually start troubleshooting shit, it's not gonna go well. Yeah. I mean, everything that I can see looks good. Yeah, you're completely right. It's gonna be a while. Like, as far as streaming goes, it does it. It says it's not dropping any frames, and I'm trusting you, OBS. I believe what you tell me, and I hope you're not lying to me. Do not lie to me, OBS. You were usually right. Yeah, clearly not the case with that last one. Oh my god. Yeah. I think my grandma was watching TV in the other room. She said the internet was being wonky out there too around the same time. So I think we just had like an internet spike, and that's what happened, which was a relief to me, because it meant that it probably had less to do with my computer being my computer. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you're liking it. I'm also liking it. I would have done it longer if it hadn't been for that. But yeah, I have my schedule set up. And then once I finish all of these for Sundays are this. And then I think once I finish all these stories, I'm probably going to switch. I don't know if I'm just going to switch all those streams to be Anonymous Code streams, or if I'm going to... I don't know. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. But yeah, for now, I'm just going to keep on keeping on. I don't know. Yeah, no dropped frames. Yay. Let's see.
それはトレンチコート姿の怪人で、秋葉原の至る所に出現するのにゃ。
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna... I have a couple of ideas. I have a couple of games I want to stream, but I am sad that Anonymous Code is kind of the last science adventure game that I have not played. And so once I'm finished with that, I won't have any more until they come with a new one. That'll be sad. Yeah, I think I have a couple things on my list, so I'm good for now. Yeah.
全身が緑色の鱗で覆われていて、耳まで裂けた口には鋭い牙があり、目が赤くランランと輝いてるにゃ。やつと目が合うとどこまでも追いかけてきて、鋭い爪でザク。傷口から変異が始まって、やがて自分も爬虫人間になっちゃうにゃ。
Fair enough. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, understandable. See ya. Lizardman.
マユシーは人間のままがいいにゃ。次がラジカンの人工衛星にゃ。あれって実は UFO で、中にはアメーバ状の宇宙生物が潜んでるらしいにゃ。ドロドロのネバネバ。そうにゃ。ダルニャンが聞いたら大喜びしそうなやつにゃ。主に性的な意味で。
I mean, she's not wrong.
とにかく夜な夜な秋葉原の街に出ては人間に乗り移って秋葉原を征服しようとしてるにゃ。そんな話になってるんだ、あれ。最後は人間蒸発にゃ。駅のトイレで着替えていると床がすっぽりと抜けて何者かに連れ去られるにゃ。そして外国のマフィアに監禁されて内臓を闇売買用に抜かれるらしいにゃ。
Jesus.
なるほどね。でもただの噂なら気にすることはないんじゃない？そんなことないにゃ。
It was at one of the meetings with the Shopping District's Development Union, I think. I've been keeping this a secret from the lab mems, but as the daughter of the former Akihabara landlord, I attend these meetings in Mama's place since she's always away on foreign business. I remember someone at one of the meetings talking about a cultish sort of story, similar to the one about the people mysteriously vanishing.
人間蒸発は実際に見たって人がいるにゃ。本当？万世橋の交差点あたりで数十メートル先を歩いていたはずの通行人が一瞬目を離した隙に消えたらしいにゃ。近くの建物に入ったとかじゃなくて？その時間はどのビルもシャッターが閉まってるにゃ。本人は見間違いかもって言ってたけど。見間違いか。でもちょっと気になるね。他に手がかりになるようなことはないの？秋葉原回帰マップっていうサイトがあるにゃ。そこには爬虫人間の目撃情報が寄せられているにゃ。あの二人組のご主人様が見てるのもきっとそのサイトにゃ。
Last thing I need right now is another fucking mystery map.
でもどうしてそれが悪い噂なのかにゃ。秋葉原で起こったこととして名指しされてるにゃ。秋葉原は夢が詰まった楽しい街でなくちゃダメにゃ。こんな噂が今以上に広まったら秋葉原のイメージが損なわれるにゃ。そう言われると
I like her priorities.
組合の人たちに相談しても取り合ってくれないし、頭の痛い問題にゃ。組合って何にゃ？メイクインニャンニャンの店長代理として時々フェイリスが組合の会合に出てるにゃ。
This is the story I tell folks, but I actually own the place. That, and the fact that I'm the daughter of Akihabara's former landlord, are secrets to Mayuri-chan and the rest of the lab mems. I know that if I ever told them, they'd look at me differently. Just like what happened at the junior high I used to go to. That's why I need the mask that is Ferris Nyan Nyan. It's the only way that I can be me. But even this Ferris mask, which has protected and helped me solve so many issues, is helpless in the face of this problem. Ferris exists purely to solve my own personal problems. Maybe I need to search for a different mask, one strong enough to solve all kinds of issues. Yeah, just like Papa. Then I wouldn't have to ask for help from the union members. Showing them weakness will only lead to being exploited. Having a mask like Papa would mean I wouldn't have to worry. A mask like Papa. What does that even entail?
ねえねえ、フェリスちゃんもすずさんも急に黙っちゃって一体どうしたのかにゃ。まゆし、ちょっぴり寂しいですにゃ。ああ、ごめんにゃ。
I notice Amane-san with her arms crossed, a serious expression on her face. She's muttering something about about rounders. I don't know what she's talking about.
すずにゃん、何をブツブツ言ってるの？すずにゃん？え？ラウンダーって何なのにゃ？え、私そんなこと言ってた？
She seems more on guard than usual. Maybe I shouldn't have asked her.
気のせいならいいにゃ。あ、アニメだよ。アニメ。確かそんな悪役が出てきたのって。
Smooth.
アニメ？
Very smooth.
ほら、秋葉原に実際にいたっていう人をモデルにしたやつで。
Her words send a shock through my brain. The name spills out of my mouth.
Chat-Noir.
It's an anime about a masked crime fighter who wears a schoolgirl uniform and fights evildoers like Jacker or Mindcrack. Lightspeed Chat-Noir are I have to know about Jacker and Mindcrack. The supervillain that gets in Chat-Noir's way. A phantom that wears a scarecrow-like mask. They use various hypnosis techniques to mentally attack Chat-Noir. The heroine is often left in a damaged mental state as a result of these nightmarish assaults. So he's like the scarecrow, all right. A supervillain and Chat-Noir's self-proclaimed rival. They're a phantom that hides their face with a white periot, I don't know that word, mask. Jacker fancies themselves as something of a criminal artist, putting together sadistic and twisted crimes. Chat-Noir has had allies killed by Jacker, and has nearly fallen to their terrible traps many times. What is that? What is that? What is a periot mask? Google. Teach me the ways. Periot. Oh. Okay. I don't even know how I would begin to describe this, but like, Google it, I guess, is what I'll say. I now know what it is. Google it. I don't know how to describe it.
そのアニメに出てきたギャング団。おー、でもあれクラウン団だったっけ？間違えちゃった。それにゃ、すずにゃ。あ、何が？ヒーローに決まってるにゃ。
One single thought begins to take shape in my mind, quickly morphing into a full-blown plan. It's what I've always longed for. A powerful existence capable of solving any problem. This city desperately needs a hero, someone who can protect it from the cultural damage of urban legends. Plus, it might be good marketing for cosplay day. I write down my words meticulously as I sort through my thoughts.
秋葉原で暗躍する爬虫人間、墜落した UFO、 人間蒸発。このままじゃ秋葉原はバラード・オブ・ネクローシスに出てくるシンとゴールディアの二の舞にゃ。そうなってからじゃ遅いのにゃ。
マユシーには言葉の意味がよくわからないのですにゃ。
都市伝説の真相を突き止めて嘘だと証明するのにゃ。君が一人で？調査するのはフェイリスじゃないにゃ。フェイリスは秋葉原の守護戦士シャノワールになるにゃ。そして都市伝説からこの秋葉原を守るにゃ。なるほどね。それ私も一緒に行っちゃダメかな。フェイリスだけじゃ心配だしちょっと気になるんだよね、その都市伝説はさ。
I like how they're saying that all of this just at a counter booth. I think like they're not hiding or secret right now. They're just chatting.
それじゃあ今からフェイリスとスズニャンは秋葉原を守る正義のコンビニャン。ヒーローの相棒か。悪くないアイデアだね。こりゃ面白くなりそうだ。よろしく頼むよ、ボス。
Boss. Afterward, we make arrangements to meet up at the lab later and return to our respective part-time jobs. Our hearts are filled with excitement over the thought of becoming heroes, almost as if we found a brand new hobby. Mayuri-chan, who we'd asked to make our costumes, excitedly thinks over some designs. The end of the workday can't come soon enough. But there's something else I'm even more excited for at the lab. Okabe-san and Daru-san are both there. As someone who doesn't have many friends, having people I can get excited and silly with is very important to me. Just thinking about what craziness we might get up to today is enough to put me in a good mood. Sure, I know lots of union members, but the reality is that my relationship with them is anything but friendly or relaxed. If anything, I'm cautious around them because of how antagonistic they can be. In that sense, Okabe-san and the others are among the few friends who I can let my guard down around. But... Daru-san indifferently informs Mayuri-chan and myself of the current situation as we enter the lab. It's a bit deflating considering I was so hyped to come here. In order to avoid letting my true feelings hang out, I exaggerate my behavior and pitch my voice in an octave higher than usual. Also, I forgot the phone! Oh my god, the backgrounds are already perfect. I can't even bring myself to change the backgrounds of some of these. Kuroki! I've sent for fresh sea urchin today. It seems you'll be returning home late. When should I have it prepared? Sorry for replying so late today. I'll be home a little after 9, probably. Very good. I assume it's gonna be very good or something like that. One of them butler speaks. I mean, like, they're kind of perfect, I'm gonna be honest. Whoops. They're already kind of perfect. Like, how can this not be the... I can't change that one. And then... Yeah, I mean, that's better. I can't change it. It's too good. Also, I love how they have different phones. Her phone is like it's blue. I love it.
フェイリスタには僕がいるよ。コミマ用の衣装っしょ。ヒーローのことなら何でも聞いておくれよ。
違うよ、ダルくん。コミマ用のじゃなくて。
Just as Mayuri-chan's about to finish speaking, the door bursts open. Amane-san comes rolling into the lab. That gives me a very funny mental image of her actually rolling into the lab. I understand. It's been rather dangerous outside lately, so I'd be happy to come pick you up should the need arise. Quite right.
遅くなって
Just doing a full-on tumble.
おお、天音氏も来たん？これはいよいよ魅惑のハーレムルートが開放か？
Daru, please.
相変わらずだね、橋田至。アルバイトお疲れ様。
さっき下のお店を覗いたけどすずにはいなかったにゃ。
あちゃー、ごめんね。きっと店の奥にいたと思うんだけど、店長のブラウン管講座が長くてさ。
店長にゃ？それならしょうがないにゃ。あれは洗脳レベルにゃ。
知ってるの？あの話はバイトだけにするもんだと思ってた。
天音氏だけじゃないよ。うっかりブラウン管について聞くと機嫌の悪い時なんていつまでも喋り続けるんだ。
そういえばちょっとイラついてたな。
あんまり騒いだら後で怒られるかも。オカリンも家賃が3倍にされるとか言ってたし。
でも今日は会議だけだから関係ないにゃ。気にせず始めるのにゃ。
それでフェイリスさんがイメージしてるコスってどんな感じなん？
Daru-san turns in his computer chair to face us, hands still placed on the keyboard so he can immediately start typing. I cross my arms and start to visualize all the different kinds of heroes I thought of on the way over. Needless to say, there's only one correct answer.
Chat-Noir.
She's been my favorite character ever since the anime started airing. She gets to run through the city at night, beating up criminals every which way. I can only imagine it must feel amazing. I tend to feel particularly strong about this whenever I have the crushing weight of the Union and May Queen Nyanyan responsibilities weighing on me. After hearing my answer, Daru-san cuts straight to the chase. Daru-san.
ああ、今やってるやつね。じゃあそれでいいんじゃね？
Since I'm already set on what I want to do, he's probably wondering what the point of this little meeting is. He begins to run his fingers across the keyboard with incredible speed, and in moments, the character pops up on the screen.
ダルには冷たいにゃ。
そういうことじゃないんだ。コスのデザイン決めっていうからてっきりオリジナルかと。
ただのコスプレじゃダメにゃ。
It's something necessary in order for me to be me. It can't be an imitation. It has to be the original. I'm not pretending to be Chat-Noir. I'm going to become Chat-Noir. And anyhow, the first-gen Chat-Noir isn't very cat-like at all. She's definitely cute, but her design goes against the whole image of the character, which means black cat in French. If this was going to be my new mask, I'm going to be picky about getting it right.
イメージカラーは黒で、もっとかっこいい感じがいいにゃ。
オリジナルでかっこいい感じか。
シャノワールってもともとは秋葉原の古い都市伝説だったんだよね。
らしいね。1970年代後半から80年代にかけての実話だって聞いたお。秋葉が電気街として有名になり始めた頃、用心棒として外国人露天商と商店主のいざこざを収めてたんだと。かなり強かったみたいでさ、海兵隊上がりの外国人をガンガン投げ飛ばしたって、この辺りじゃ知る人ぞ知る噂とかで、僕とオカリンもブラウン氏から聞いたんだ。
That reminds me. An old memory of mine surfaces. It's of a masked figure in a black bodysuit grabbing a stallkeeper by the collar and saying something. That was...
フェイリスの小さい頃に本物を見たことがあるにゃ。
マジ？
ねえねえ、どんな感じだった？
アニメとは違ってマスクで顔を隠して全身タイツを着てたような気がしたにゃ。
マスク姿の全身タイツ美女があられもない格好で大立ち回り。姉さん事件です。
Oh my god.
あ
Wipe your nose.
ダルクまたエッチな想像してる。
それは違うおまゆし。妄想は紳士のたしなみじゃないか。
とりあえずどんな感じかちょっとこの紙に書いてよ。
了解にゃ。
I salute with confidence and start to run the pen across the paper. Her full-bodied tights, as the name might suggest, are exactly like something you'd see on TV, shiny and all black. Her hood extends from the upper body of the suit and onto her head. I think the eyes were like goggles.
こんな感じかにゃ。
Oh my god, it's adorable.
ああ、なるほどね。フェイリスさんが見たのってもしかしてアメコミを元にしたコスじゃね？
アメコミってどういうことにゃ？
あっちのスーパーヒーローって筋肉を見せるために体のラインが出るコスを着るんだ。全身タイツなんかもろにそんな感じだと思われ。
筋肉をなんでにゃ？
そりゃあっちは必殺技とか使わないし、解決方法といえば殴り合いなわけで筋肉のある方が強く見えるっしょ。
なるほど、それでボディースーツにゃ。
日本のヒーローは歌舞伎をベースにしているところがあって、自己紹介をビシッと決めたり必殺技で派手にしたがるけど、あっちはそうは考えないのだぜ。
でもアニメのシャノワールってセーラー服を元にしたヒラヒラ系のデザインだよね。ヒーローっていうより魔法少女ってイメージだったけどな。
文化の違いってやつっしょ。そこは受けるように設定を変えたってことで。それにアニメ版は結構アメコミを意識した作りになってるんだお。本物のシャノワールになるなら原点回帰って線は悪くないんじゃないか。
私は可愛い路線より筋肉を見せる方が好みだね。ドカーンバシーンって単純明快じゃん。
Mane-san lowers her hips and throws out a fist.
マユシーなら体の線が出る方はセクシーすぎてちょっと考えちゃうのです。
I don't hate magical girl designs or anything, but so many frills wouldn't differentiate it enough from the May Queen Nyanyan uniforms.
思い切ってセクシー路線はありかにゃ。
Taru-san's nostrils start to flare up.
きたー、セクシーフェイリスタン爆弾とかいい。そんじゃボディスーツで行くとして細かいデザインはどうするん？
Taru-san's fingers continue to run across the keyboard. Pulls up character illustration after character illustration on the screen.
マスク一つでもいろいろあるみたいだお。顔全体を覆うスパイダーガールに口元だけ出すバッドガール。キャ
Christ.
ットウーマンは元祖シャノワールと似ててゴーグル派っぽい。
Oh my lord. This Catwoman. One of American comic book hero Batman's enemies. Batman. Christ. She first appeared in the 1930s as a villain, but has since been used as both an ally and a romantic interest for the hero. She's even appeared in film multiple times, getting her own standalone movie in 2004. That's incredibly specific. Her costume in said motion picture was quite revealing. It was quite revealing and almost bondage suit-like. I wonder who that could possibly be referring to. One of American comic book hero Batman's sidekicks. There have been multiple bad girls up until now. The original bad girl was the daughter of a police commissioner who worked day in and day out to fight crime. In a tragic comic book moment, she was crippled from the waist down by Batman's arch enemy. Incredibly specific. Since then, she appears in a wheelchair, operating under a different codename to support Batman. I wonder who that could possibly be referencing. Spider Girl, an American comic book heroine who can climb walls and swing from building to building. She's the daughter of the super popular Spider Guy and does her crime fighting in a parallel world. The costume she wears covers her entire face, much like Spider Guy's costume. I wonder who that could possibly be referencing. That's so funny. Fucking bad guy. Alright. Bad man. Sorry, not bad guy. Bad man. Nuggets! Powerful girl. I'm moving on. Who could that possibly be referencing? All the characters Daru-san pulls up are wearing tightly fitting bodysuits. The more I look at them, the more I start to see Chat-Noir in them. The same hero I saw in the past.
しかし、なんでここまで性的なんかね、あっちのヒロインって。これはこれで癖になりそうだお。
ところで、機能性はどうなの？
Amane-san's gaze is razor sharp. I've never seen her look so intense. She seems unusually accustomed to asking questions like this.
ちょい待ち。
Daru-san's fingers once again glide across his keyboard. Within seconds, he's found his target.
これによると、防弾効果とか激しい取っ組み合いでも破けない素材とか、身を守るものとしての意味合いが大きいみたいだお。
確かに市販の服じゃすぐボロボロになりそうだね。
身元を隠して親しい人を守るって意味じゃ、指紋対策で手袋をしたりマスクしたり。
Amane-san points to a specific character.
この人がつけてるコウモリのマークは？
I think you mean the bad symbol.
自分という存在を知らしめるためって書いてある。つまりハッタリだ。
エリスちゃんやすずさんにはあんまり関係なさそうだね。
見栄えがするならつければいいよ。
なくてもいいにゃ。マークで説明するよりパッと見て黒猫ってわかるシルエットがいいにゃ。
なるほどね。そうするとボディースーツとマスクだけで十分だね。
でもそれだけだとなんか地味だよね。
シンプルイズベストって言うじゃん。
せっかくシャノワールになるなら黒猫っぽいかっこいいデザインがいいにゃ。マユシーもそういうデザインがいいのです。マユシー、いいアイデアがあるにゃ。こうシュッとしてギュッみたいな。
What's that mean?
マユシ、それはレベル高すぎだって。
マユシーにしかわからないデザインなら全部任せるしかないにゃ。
シュッとしてギュッだからね。
じゃあ明日までに用意しておくね。
早っ。
大丈夫にゃ。だってエリスちゃんもすぐに来たいでしょ。マユシー頑張っちゃいます。さすがマユシーにゃ。
職人だね。
She's such a beautiful being.
僕も頑張ったんだけど。
Daru-san looks over at us, his eyes uncharacteristically sad. Give this man some head pats and call it a day. So just like I always do at Meikui Nyanyan, I naturally take Daru's hands and gaze deep into his eyes.
もちろんダルニャにも感謝してるにゃ。
Even better.
助かったにゃ。ありがとうダルニャ。
Just as Daru-san regains his smile, he pulls a USB stick out from his PC and passes it to Mayuri-chan with a BAM!
マユシ、これ参考に使ってくれ。みんなが話してる間にコピっておいた参考画像のデータだお。
ありがとう。
ダルくん。でもできれば印刷しといてもらえると嬉しいな。
オッケー、任せといて。
さすがダルニャン、かっこいいニャン。
ははは、どうってことないさフェイリスタン。いやー、できる男はつらいよね。
よし、それじゃあ話がまとまったところで今日は解散だね。
After waiting for the images to print, we all leave the lab. Upon getting home, I'm surprised to find that Kuroki isn't there to welcome me back like he always is. I catch the sounds of someone talking and quietly listen in.
ええ、承知しました。それではお嬢様にはそのように。
He's on the phone? Maybe it's one of the union members.
誰から？
I ask my question from behind him just as he hangs up the phone. His body jolts for a moment, like he wasn't expecting me to be there.
ああ、お帰りになられていましたか。これは気づきませんで。
電話は誰から？
天王寺様です。明日の会合はキャンセルにしたいと。
それだけ？
はい。
そう。わかりました。
Something's wrong. This isn't the usual Kuroki. He almost seems standoffish. It's like he's trying to keep his distance from me. But even I, the master of reading others' emotions, can't tell the truth from his eyes. Kuroki's learned how to control his emotions so as to not worry his master. All I can tell him is that he's in great discomfort. I get the feeling he's hiding something from me, but I have no proof, just a vague sense of unease. Maybe I'm just overthinking things. I decide to have my supper, alone as usual. Honestly, this is probably the loneliest moment of my day. Especially after having so much fun with everyone at the lab. The only sounds are those coming from the dishes as dinner is prepared. I unconsciously let out a sigh, and just then... Suzunya. Oh, an email. It's from Amane-san? Today was fun. Let's keep up the work tomorrow, too, boss. Dude. I close my cell phone and hold it firmly to my chest. I don't really know why, but by doing so, I thought that maybe I could feel Amane-san's warmth. Considering it's a Sunday, there are huge crowds out in Akihabara. The lizard man could potentially appear anywhere on a day like this. According to the rumors, he prefers crowded areas. Witness accounts on the Akihabara mystery map seem to focus on a handful of famous locations. UPX, Daibiru, Radikan, Akihabara Station, and Yanabayashi Shrine, where Urushibara-san lives. In other words, he really likes to stand out. Stuff like this is pretty obvious, but even then, I can't help but feel myself getting excited at the prospect of solving a mystery. It's like the thrill and suspense of a manga or a novel, except it's unfolding right before my very eyes. My heart rate goes up just thinking about how to tackle all of this and seek out the truth.
まだ
ダメだよ、ダルくん。お着替えを覗くのはルール違反です。カーテンから向こうは立ち入り禁止。
As soon as Amane-san and I happily arrived at the lab in the morning, Mayuri-chan handed us both the costumes. We immediately started to get changed. Meanwhile, on the other side of the curtains is Daru-san, undoubtedly waiting for us with bloodshot eyes. It's kind of embarrassing, but I don't hate being the center of attention. It kind of reminds me of the first time I wore a maid uniform at May Queen Nyanya's opening day. I can't help but smile to myself. I have no idea how she feels about me, but Amane-san turns and smiles back at me as she fixes the wrinkles in her spats. That smile of hers is proof that she's just as excited about the superhero action about to go down as I am. I can tell even without reading her mind. You know, that thing she can do. Daru-san's still bursting at the seams. Fortunately, Mayuri-chan keeps him in check.
せかしちゃダメだよ、ダルくん。女の子のお着替えはとってもデリケートなのです。
いやー、マヨシが作ったコスをフェイリスさんがどう着こなすのか待ちきれなくてさ。
I aim to please, Daru-san.
私も一応着替えてるんだけどな。
Tenoji-san. You probably heard about the union meeting from Kuroki. Sorry for contacting so late. I am guessing there was some kind of communication mishap and someone accidentally sent you the wrong schedule. Today's meeting is cancelled. I'll let you know when we decide on a new date and time. These kinds of mistakes cause problems for everyone, so please let the people in charge know to take this more seriously next time. I'm sure you probably have more work to deal with due to this mistake, but thank you in advance. How very courteous and professional. Christ, Aro.
天音市の本体はスパッ。異論は認めない。
褒め言葉としてありがたく頂戴するよ。
それよりまゆしすごくね。一晩でコス作ったっしょ。しかも2着分。
そうかな。でもね、ありものの衣装を組み合わせただけだから、実はそんなに時間はかかってないんだよ。
She is being modest, but her skills are actually pretty remarkable. One look at the outfit in question reveals lots of areas that have been customized for maximum comfort. Wearing it now, I can totally tell that this isn't just some cookie-cutter outfit. The level of quality here is incredible. Amazingly, when Mayuri-chan handed the outfit to me earlier, she told me that she wants to make something even more awesome for next time. I guess she's somehow unsatisfied with her work. And just like that, Amane-san had finished changing while I adjusted a few parts of the costume.
そろそろかな。
オッケー。準備完了。それじゃあカーテン開けるね。
Oh my god. Incredible.
かっけー。なんたるセクシー。なんたるフェイリスタン。
Also Suzuha's there. My cheeks redden at the sight of Mayuri-chan and Daru-san's bright-eyed gazes. Look at Suzuha's face! Dude. They're so adorable, dude. I can't handle this. I'm half flattered and half embarrassed. I look down a little bit, blushing.
でもちょっと胸のあたりが苦しいにゃ。
合わせたつもりだったんだけどな。あ、もしかしてまた大きくなったのかな。
Oh my god, stop.
これは大試験だお。富士山がチョモランまでエベレストだろ上皇。
Oh my lord.
ダルニャン興奮しすぎにゃん。フェイリスはまだまだ北アルプスにゃん。
北アルプス。
Look at her face! Oh my god, that is the sassiest face.
それにしても似合ってるよね。セクシーなのもいけるじゃん、ボス。当然にゃん。フェイリスは地上に舞い降りた最後の女神にゃん。
フェリスちゃんにはちょっと地味かもって心配してたけど、とっても似合ってて安心しました。
でもその素材って この季節だとちょっと蒸れそうだね。
暑かったらジッパーを下げていいんだお、フェイリスタン。
Oh.
さあ我慢せず、己が欲望を解き放つんだお。
それはできないのにゃ、ダルニャ。もしもジッパーを下ろしたら、この胸に封印されたパンドラが解き放たれ、世界が闇に支配されてしまうにゃ。
We can't have that.
つまりどういうことだってばよ。
What?
絶対にノー。にゃ。
すずさんは着てみてどう？
全く問題なし。いやー、こういう服着てるとちょっと懐かしくなるよね。あとはゴルと M4 カービンでもあれば文句なしかな。着こなし具合が半端ないにゃ。
I assume
す
that's
ずにゃんはコスプレの経験でもあるのかにゃ。
that's a gun, right? An American assault carbine produced in 1997 has been formally introduced into the American military and even appears in a film from 2010. Said film is a remake of a movie from the 80s about 4 former Rangers trying to clear their names. It was a huge hit. That is clearly a reference to something that I do not know. Moving on.
昔の仕事着がこんな感じだったから。とは言っても特別な作業でしかなかったんだけどね。
気に入ってもらえて嬉しいよ。それじゃ帰ってきたらフェリスちゃんの方は手直しするね。
I love the ears, dude. The ears. Tails. Alright. The only disappointing thing about all this is that Okabe-san isn't here today. My words of disappointment inadvertently slip out.
今日のにも見せたかったにゃ。岡部倫太郎は今日もバイト？
うん、マキセ氏と一緒に今朝早く出て行ったお。今日は桐生氏も一緒だったかな。
It's a job?
ちょっと抗議してやるにゃ。
Jeez, and I was gonna go out of my way to try and show you my sexy side, too. You're so inconsiderate, Kyoma. Nya. That is a, indignant nya.
せっかく闇のアテネより賜ったこの漆黒の鎧を今日もに自慢しようと思ったのに。
Whoops. I totally forgot that Okabe-san's the only one who's willing to do this with me. Everyone seemed surprisingly okay with my nonsense up until now, so I guess I got a little carried away.
それよりこれ秋葉原回帰マップを印刷しておいたお。調査するなら必要になるっしょ。
It's a printed map with witness sightings marked on it. Good work, Daru-san. That's one way to clear the awkwardness in the room. Daru-san can seem insensitive at times, but he's actually quite considerate. Girls are pretty weak against this sort of thing.
ありがとう、ダルニャ。
もっと言ってくれていいんだお、フェイリスタン。
そうだ、ベルトにポケットをつけておいたから、そこに小物とかお財布を入れるといいよ。
Shark repellent, you know, whatever you might need. Prompted by Mayuri-chan's words, I checked the belt. She's right. I slip my wallet and the map Daru-san gave me inside the pocket and hook a bundle of flyers onto the belt. I'm all ready to go.
それじゃあいよいよシャノワールの出動にゃ。
ねえねえ、すずさんには新しい名前はないの？
私は別にいらないけど。言われてみればそうかもにゃ。せっかくヒーローになりきるならやっぱり欲しい気はするにゃ。
I gonna be like Badman and Sparrow, you know? Both gotta have names. Sorry for being away. Sorry for being away from the lab when you visited. I'll follow up with you when I get the time. I'm gonna pick the silliest one. Kyoma, why are you acting so cold, Nya? What happened to the promise we made on that night? Are you leaving Ferris behind and returning to Asgard, Nya? Or, do you think you'll be done with work, Nya? Do you want to see my new cosplay? No, don't want this one. Obviously. Obviously. No question. Lame.
フォネティックコードね。無線とか、あとよく洋画で軍隊が使ってるやつ。
A がアルファ、B がブラボーで Z まであるんだよ。スズニャンの S はシエアラだね。 SIERRA。 スペイン語で山って意味だよ。シエラとも発音するかな。いいんじゃないかな、シエラ。悪くないにゃ。ボスが気に入ったのならそれでいいよ。それじゃあ
Boss? I love boss.
用意はいいにゃ、シエラ。オーキードーキー、ボス。今日は目いっぱい楽しむにゃ。あ、うん、そうだね。
The two of us burst through the lab doors and head out. One step outside and I can immediately tell that the streets are packed. Not only is it Sunday, it's the middle of summer break too. A glance at the crowds reveals an unusual mix of people. Families, foreign tourists, and much more are walking to and fro. Listen. Every time she shows up, I just have to take a moment and just be like, yes. Alright. If all these people started to see Akihabara as some kind of bizarro occult city, the adults who hate moe culture would try and use that to change things. I let out a sigh as I looked down at the sea of people from the overpass.
やっぱり多いね。相変わらず驚かされるよ。シエラの地元はこんな感じじゃないの？ありえないね。ボス、ちょっとキャラ変わった？今の私はシャーノワールだよ。こうしてゴーグルで顔を隠せば別人。ああ、そういうものなんだ。そういうもの。
Sorry, Ferris. I'm real busy. Oh, he's not even playing along. Come on, Kyoma. What's up? Gotta at least play along, my guy. I bring both my hands above my head and stretch for a moment.
ねえ、シエラは感じない？今まで自分を縛り付けていたものから解放されたようなすっきりとした感じ。解放された感じ？例えば匿名でネットにいろいろと書き込むような感じ。現実から切り離されて好きなことを書いちゃうみたいな。
This feeling is an unexpected bonus for me. I feel like I can do all the things I can't do as Ferris. All because these goggles make me a different person. I'm not Ferris right now. That's why I'm not embarrassed exposing my curves like this. This isn't Ferris's body, it's Chat-Noir's.
なんかわかるような気がする。それでこそ相棒だね。
I look into Amani-san's eyes and smile.
よし、じゃあその頼りになる相棒から提案。ざっと見たところ、ここに爬虫人間はいないみたいだし、次行かない？うん。でもその前に。
Thanks to our costumes, the passersby are reacting to us in a variety of different ways. There are the reactionless people who think this is normal considering it's Akihabara, the people judgmentally staring, The schoolgirls that smile at us while whispering, "How cute," and even the folks taking snapshots of us with their phones. Why not use this to our advantage?
シャノワールの初任務だよ、シエラ。
I pull out the bundle of flyers hooked to my belt and begin to shout as loudly as I can. No shame here.
正義の味方、シャノワール見参。秋葉原のイメージはシャノワールが守るよ。
I scatter the flyers from atop the overpass.
シャノワールが現れるかもしれないメイド喫茶、メイクインニャンニャンただいま営業中。ご主人様のお帰りをお待ちしてます。ちょっとボス、何やってんの？何ってシャノワールの秘密道具キャットチラシを使ったんだけど。秘密道具？
Mayushi! How's the costume? It's pretty warm today. I pulled up the zipper because all the guys were staring, but that made it more hot, yeah? It's great. Ferris and Susan Nyan are both the center of attention, yeah? Absolutely.
さあ、他にもお小遣いを入れたキャット財布とか、高いところに登るキャットはしごとか、サメ退治用のキャットスプレーもあるんだよ。
God damn it, they actually fucking referenced it, son of a bitch! Oh, that makes me so happy. I would. Oh, that's the best. Thank you, Ferris. You have made my day with that. I can't believe they actually referenced that.
まったくもうシャノワールになってもやっぱりフェイリスはフェイリスなのかな。とにかく囲まれる前に行こう。
Mane-san grabs my hand and dashes out from the overpass, away from the gathering spectators.
あんなに騒ぎを大きくしたら爬虫人間が逃げちゃうじゃんか。そんなことないよ。人が集まればきっと興味を示して寄ってくる。どうしてそんなことがわかるのさ。爬虫人間は目立ちたがり屋だよ。そうでもなきゃ人が多く集まる場所には出現しないよ。だとしてもあんな騒ぎじゃ追いかけられないよ。作戦は慎重に、行動は大胆に。いいね、ボス。了解。シエラの言う通りちょっと軽率だったかも。ごめんね。
I can't help but hug Amane-san. We can feel each other's body warmth and softness through our suits. This brings me back. When I was a little girl, I used to bug Papa and... Bug? I think it's supposed to say hug. Papa and Mama like this.
ちょっとどうしちゃったのさ、ボス。わかんない。シエラがいっぱい心配してくれるからなんか急に愛おしくなっちゃった。こんなところ誰かに見られたら誤解されるじゃん。今の私はシャノワールだから関係ないもん。もしかして酔ってる？ことはないか。やっぱそのコスチューム蒸れるんじゃない？確かにちょっと暑いかも。のぼせたのかな。
I slowly and reluctantly pull away from Amane-san.
そんなに暑いなら少しジッパー下げたら？それはダメ。私の肌を見ていいのは魔王ダークティアに立ち向かえる王子様だけって決めてるの。
Demon Lord Dark Tear.
ならいいけど分かればよろしい。それじゃあ次は駅前へゴー。
I love that Suza is just like, alright. Gotcha. Understood.
ここも比較的爬虫人間の目撃情報が多いところだね。で、そこのラジカンの屋上には UFO っと。 UFO は後でいいよね、ボス。あれ、ボス？
I'm starting to feel kind of woozy. Okay, I'm not imagining it. The screen is definitely lighter. I think she's passing out.
あれ、ブラウン管工房の店長だよね。
I can just barely see about 30 meters ahead of me. A large skin-headed man. That's a really weird way to phrase bald. He's bald. Large skin-headed man walks out of the station holding some shopping bags in his hands. I've never heard that, like, descriptor for bald. Skin-headed. I don't like it. I can't make him out clearly, but given the way he holds himself, I'm thinking he's Tenoji-san.
本当だ。買い物かな。
Dude, why is it so bright? It's freaking me out. What happened to the color? Mane-san's reaction confirms his identity for me, which means...
あの人には前々から一言言ってやりたかったんだ。
Uh-oh. Still feeling woozy, I walk up to the large man.
言ってやりたかったって、まさかボス？
Ferris?
会合でも偉そうにふんぞり返って私が子供だからって見下してさ。それに昨日だって急に予定をキャンセルしてきっとまた悪巧みしてるのに違いないんだ。
As I stagger ever closer to him, Amane-san chases after me from behind and grabs my shoulder.
まさか店長に喧嘩売るの？やめなって。
大丈夫。ゴーグルで顔を隠してるし絶対に気づかれないから。
Genius.
そういう問題じゃないって。
いつもは大人の対応で黙ってるけど今日はそうはいかない。私はヒーローなんだ。正義をなさなきゃ。
ボス！
待ちなさい、天王寺さん。
Huh?
Just before he turns around, Amane-san grabs me and shoves me behind a billboard. She's holding me from behind with one of her hands covering my mouth. I can't even make a sound. Consequently, Tenoji-san just stares down the empty alley for a while and confusingly tilts his head.
気のせいか。呼ばれた気がしたんだがな。
ボス！
I like how she's boss and he's boss man. Then, after confirming Tenoji-san's departure, Amane-san finally releases me.
どうなることかと思ったよ。でも無事に回避できたみたいだね。やっぱり怒ってるよね、ボス。
ああ、違うのシエラ。私なんであんなことしたんだろうって。
やっぱ熱にやられたんじゃないかな。
そうなのかな。
Now that Tenoji-san is gone, I've managed to regain my composure, but if he hadn't walked away, what would I have done?
とりあえず涼しいところに行こうよ。クーラーが効いてるところにさ。でもおかしいよね。そんなに熱がこもるコスチュームじゃないのに。ここならクーラーが効いて。あれ、ボス？ボス
That's not the sound I was expecting.
何やってんだよ、ボス。
Oh my god, I just noticed the bell. The costumes have a bell around the neck. Oh my god, I love this. All I can see right now is the Upa Kigurumi in front of me. It's probably promoting Rainet Kakaru to the kids. Except, well, I'm here with said kids, fawning over it.
かわいいにゃ、かわいいにゃ。もっとモフモフしたいのにゃ。
やめなって、ウーパが困ってるよ。ほら、子供たちもいるんだから独占しない。
ウーパー、私のウーパー。
What the Ferris!
ああ、もうフェイリスだかシャノワールだかわかんなくなっちゃってるよ。
フェイリスはフェイリスじゃ ゃないにゃん。ウーパのペットにゃ。ごめんね、この子ちょっと熱にやられて。行くよボス。ウーパが欲しいの。欲しい。
Oh my lord. Well, crap. According to Amane-san, I threw something of a childish tantrum, but I don't remember any of it. She says I have a fever, but something about that doesn't seem quite right. I hugged Amane-san out of nowhere, tried to confront Tenoji-san, glomped a random person in an Upa costume, and yet I feel like I was more free than I've ever been my entire life. It was like I was just letting my body go wherever the wind blew, regardless of the repercussions. Is this the power of these goggles? Or is it... Nonetheless, the fact remains that I've been causing Amane-san a lot of trouble. I apologetically bow to her. Anyway...
で、シーラは何をしているの?
Glomped a random person in an Upa
ボスの
costume.
首の下をコチョコチョって。私は猫じゃないにゃ。にゃ？猫じゃありません。気持ちよさそうにしてたのに。猫じゃない。せっかくおとなしくなったのに、もう暴れない？とにかく次は漆原さんのところへ行くの。いい？
The moment we enter the shrine grounds, we immediately spot Urushibara-san. As usual, he's sweeping with his broom, making those springy, swishy sounds. But that's about as far as the usual goes. Once he notices us, he tries to hide in the back. Being Chat-Noir must have had an unexpected effect. After hearing his name called out, Urushibara-san can no longer pretend like he didn't notice us. After a moment of hesitation, he finally turns around.
珍しいですね。お二人でいらっしゃるなんて。
His mouth is smiling, but his eyes aren't. It's pretty obvious. Even adults are better at this sort of thing.
都市伝説について聞きたいんだけど、いいかな？それよりどうされたんですか、フェイリスさん。いつもならルカニャンって呼んでたと思うんですけど。
I love the sound of the cicadas. Like, I genuinely love that sound effect. Just the sound in general. It's so calming and nice.
まあまあ、呼び方なんてどうでもいいじゃん。それより都市伝説のこと教えてよ。それがこれから出かけなくちゃいけないんですけど。
As I watch Urushibara-san try to avoid answering our questions, I can feel myself growing impatient.
爬虫人間の目撃情報についてちょっとだけでもさ。本当に僕知らなくて。それではお父さんを待たせているので。そっか。ところでなんで私たちの格好を見て驚かないの？やっぱり知らないって言ったのは嘘なんだね。
Lies. Just like the other times. Karaoke last night, the adults at the union meetings. Lies hurt people. They cause irreversible disasters. I will never, ever tolerate lies, lies, lies. Thoughts in my head gradually light a fire deep inside me. Yes, I'm Chat-Noir. In order to uphold justice, I must never allow lies to exist. I'm also not a fan of lies. These fiery emotions burning inside me, I circle around behind Urushibara-san and wrap my arms around his shoulders. I move my lips close to his ear and whisper. Terrifying. I guide my tongue I guide my tongue along his cheek in an attempt to intimidate him. It's almost like I'm saying, I'm going to eat you up. Alright, I'm not sure I'm on your side anymore, Ferris. That's less cool. Like some kind of beast. Jesus Christ. Looks like that had the opposite effect. Confused by this turn of events, I mean... whoever could have seen this coming. Confused by this turn of events, his face turns bright red, and he pushes me away as he runs to the back. I finally snap back to normal. I'm full of regret after what I've done, but also relief that the source of my anger is gone. I couldn't help myself. I had to lick him. What? Mane-san inconspicuously walks past me and whispers into my ear. We're taking a break at Cafe Terrace. The spy presence shouldn't be a problem. According to Amane-san's senses, the woman in the front of the restaurant, the pair chatting at that table, and one of the employees are all giving us curious looks. None of them appear to be planning to take any action. I take a sip of my iced cocoa, letting the sweetness work its way around in the inside of my mouth. Mane-san lowers her gaze. The atmosphere immediately grows heavy. Lies. I feel the same fiery emotions from earlier start to consume me. All the while, a dark, ugly feeling rapidly ascends from deep within me. You liar. You promised you were going to spend the whole day investigating with me. Or is this just a big misunderstanding? You had other stuff to do. Why didn't you tell me sooner? This is odd. Normally I'd be able to just accept it and move on. But for some reason, today I just can't. I'm overwhelmed with confusion. Rationality and my own desires clash inside my head. If this keeps up, we're gonna end up going our separate ways on a really bad note. I don't want that to happen. There's gotta be something I can do. Anything. My place? And just like that, the darkness inside of me vanishes.
お泊まりとかどう？いいの？行く。
でも招待されたら食料を持参するんだっけ。参ったな。ろくなのが残ってないや。
食料？それなら黒木に準備させるけど、それどこの国の風習？
そうか。そういうのはいらないのかな。じゃあとにかく用事は遅くても夕方には終わるから、それから一度連絡するよ。
待ってるね。
それじゃそろそろ時間だから行くよ。絶対に行くから。じゃあまた。
I'm simultaneously struck by feelings of loneliness at being left behind, and also relief thanks to Amani-san's offer. What's happening to me? If things keep going as is, I feel like something terrible might happen. Oh my god. Why is this thing so irritating? The ice in the cocoa I bought earlier has already melted down, leaving my drink watery and gross. Radio Kaiken's roof is firmly off limits, which means nobody is around. It's a kind of lonely... It's kind of a lonely sort of place. Also, I got mail. Mayoshi! There were photos uploaded to @channel too. Thanks to the flyers, Mei Queen Yan Yan is super busy. Advertising successful. Oh my goodness. The only thing indicating any kind of danger is the single off-limits sticker on the door. I expected there to be security guards or something, but there's nobody around. Kuroki. I received word from Tenoji-sama that the meeting had been delayed until after Obon. Let him know that I understand. Also, I'll be coming home with a friend today, so please prepare accordingly. If security is this lax, it's possible that the security manager's been taken over by the extraterrestrial organism. My brain can't help but work up a theory.
お邪魔します。
I once again checked to make sure nobody's around before approaching the satellite. The large machine in question is stuck in the wall between the 8th floor and the roof, which is where the top half of it is. From there to where I'm standing are an assortment of cracks extending out along the walls like spider webs. I hope it doesn't collapse or anything. Keeping that in mind, I proceed cautiously and eventually make my way to the target's location. Could this satellite actually be a UFO, just like what the urban legend said? The answer is simple. There's no doubt that this thing was made on our planet. Hell, all of its parts are definitely from here. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. I look around for any signs of an alien life form, but no luck. The only things I spot are marks resembling footprints. Nothing slimy or alien here.
こっこり。
I was hoping for a sci-fi movie-like situation. You know, a scene where everyone in the city gets taken over by aliens and chases the protagonist through the streets. You were hoping for that? But now that I know it's just a man-made satellite, it's all over. I let out a deep sigh. If Amane-san were here right now, I wonder what she'd say. Come on, boss, don't let this get to you. At least we know we're being followed, right? Or maybe she'd continue her search without giving up. Either way, there's nothing remotely fun or exciting about being alone. I decide to call it quits on the investigation and head home. I figure we can go over what we found today once Amane-san drops by. Mail. Understood. I look forward to treating them with great hospitality. How many bottles of champagne shall I prepare? All of them. All of the champagnes. We didn't really find anything conclusive, but if we jot down all the details, we might be able to see something in the bigger picture. You know, like tiny details that we normally wouldn't notice. We also have to brainstorm about the whole spy thing, as well as Kuroki and Urushibara-san's bizarre behavior. But the most important thing is that we find the small changes hidden within those bigger ones. If we miss those, there's no way we'll find our way to the truth. And that's not all. You've got mail. Thanks to you and Suzu-san handing out flyers, we had lots of people come to the cafe today. We ran out of ketchup partway through, so Mayushi had to run to the convenience store to buy more. You should have had enough for 3 more days. You used all of that, Nya? Amazing! If we trick ourselves into believing the wrong thing, we might set ourselves up to arrive at the wrong answer. Either way, I intend on discussing everything with her. This could very well be a once-in-a-lifetime kind of event. Whatever. I'm so excited. But in contrast, Amani-san has a pained expression on her face when she finally gets here. Just as the sun sets.
遅れちゃってごめんね。
She's wearing a smile, but she can't seem to hide the exhaustion on her face. She told me that she was meeting up with someone. But compared to how happy and energetic she seemed before, it's pretty clear that things didn't go quite the way she wanted them to. I decided to put the brainstorming off for now and start to prepare for dinner with her. And my phone is blowing up. There are lots of groups and they're all wanted omelets. Dude. It's the little things. It really is the little things. I hope she feels better after this.
それでね、調べてみたらやっぱり UFO じゃなかったにゃ。人工衛星かどうかはわからにゃいけど、でも地球で作られたものに間違いはないにゃ。
Amane-san looks miserable as she chops onions. Each knife cut sounds like a brick falling to the ground. It's obvious that she's focused on something else.
すずにゃんは普段料理ってするにゃ。すずにゃん？料理だっけ？
Something about Suzuha specifically, I love... It's gonna take a moment to gush over just the Steins Gate art style in general. I just love it so much. Specifically the eyes. I don't know what it is about the eyes of the Steins Gate art style. It just looks so great. I love it. I love it a lot. Like her eyes in particular are just awesome. Just love the style. Anyways, my thoughts. Oh, cooking, right.
もちろんあるよ。
I
で
got
も
distracted.
こんなに本格的なのは初めてかな。本格的？ただの親子丼にゃん。私は野草を煮たりとか、捕まえた魚をそのまま焼いたりとか。まあ、切って焼いての単純作業だよ。味付けとか細かいことは気にしなかったな。やけにサバイバルにゃん。もしかしてキャンプかにゃん。そんなとこかな。ボスはいつも料理してるの？その呼び方はシャノワールの時だけでいいにゃん。こっちの方が慣れちゃってさ。ボスって呼んでも構わないでしょ。すずにゃんがそう呼びたいならいいにゃん。で、どうなの？料理はいつも黒木に任せているにゃ。それにしちゃ慣れてるよね。段取りとか。ママが教えてくれたにゃ。そういえば、今日はママさんって。
Nane-san goes quiet for a moment. She probably thinks thinks she shouldn't pry too deeply, but I respond with a smile.
ママはね、いっつもお仕事で家を留守にしてるにゃ。海外出張して、帰ってきたと思ったら、また海外出張。帰ってくれば、ずっとフェイリスと一緒にいてくれるけど。でも、一度出かければ音信不通にゃ。
Yeah. That's why I have to deal with all the adults, in order to protect Papa's Akihabara. This is how it's been for the past 10 years.
パパさんは？
I put on my hood without saying a word.
そっか。マユシーには内緒にゃ。言ってないの？心配させたくないにゃ。
Besides, I'm scared she'll look at me differently. I'm me. I just want her to see me.
でも、
Oof.
自宅に招待したら分かっちゃうんじゃないかな。
That sentence hit really hard for some reason. I'm okay. It's too early for this. It's too early for tears. God damn it. I refuse.
だから誰も呼べないにゃ。
God damn. I keep accidentally clicking the quick save button.
招待したのはすずにゃんが初めてにゃ。マユシーだってまだ。今日のフェイリスちょっとおかしいにゃ。猫みたいになったり急に怒ったり。自分のことだって人に話したことないのに。
Glomping an Upa man. You know.
やっぱりシャノワールになって気が大きくなったからかな。
Mane-san clearly isn't sure how to react. She opens her mouth to say something, searches for the right words, but then closes it without uttering a single thing. I wait for her words. Then, as if finally committing, Amane-san quietly speaks.
今日、人に会うって言ったよね。
うん。
あれ、父さんのことなんだ。
パパは？
私ね、父さんがどんな人なのか知らないんだ。でも、この町にいるって分かって、それでずっと探してるんだけど。やだなボス、そんな顔しないでよ。そりゃ今日も会えなくて落ち込んでたけどさ。でも明日はきっと会えるって信じてる。だって父さんの居場所が分かってるんだ。そこに行けば会えるんだからさ。
そっか、よかった。
ここまで行ったらもういいかな。実はねボス、私未来から来たんだ。
Yeah? Yeah?
ラジカンの人工衛星、あれって私が乗ってきたタイムマシンなんだよ。
Amane-san?
本来の任務は1975年に行くことなんだけどさ、片道切符だからって上層部が父さんに会うことだけは許してくれたんだよ。
It just hit me. I get it. I get it now.
それでわかったにゃ。すずにゃんは未来世界のレジスタンスにゃ。機関の連中とずっと戦っていたにゃ。
The organization.
ボス、なんでそんなこと知ってるの？
The organization is the organization. Nothing more, nothing less.
フェイリスは機関によって作られたミュータントにゃ。遺伝子改造された新種の猫に噛まれて、猫の気まぐれとわがままな性格を手に入れたのにゃ。
遺伝子改造？そっか、噂には聞いてたよ。300人委員会は出先機関に遺伝子研究をさせてるんだってね。あ、でも気まぐれとわがまま？
それだけじゃないにゃ。フェイリスは相手の目を見ることで心を読むチェシャーブレイクの能力を持っているにゃ。
おう、なるほど。独身術だね。
There's like a small part of me that is genuinely convinced she is like 20% gigalomaniac. Like, and she actually does have this Cheshire break power. Just a little bit, you know, just a little bit.
昼間ボスは漆原ルカに目を見れば嘘だとわかるって言ってたよね。それってそういうことだったんだ。
このままでは未来は機関による支配が進み、人類が滅亡してしまうにゃ。だからフェイリスは研究所を抜け出し、情報を集めて密かに対抗手段を探っていたにゃ。
I'm honestly pretty shocked. I didn't think there'd be someone besides Okabe-san willing to play along with my Chunibyo silliness. He calls it dubbing 10. Of course he does. Dubbing 10. Of course he does. I wonder why she didn't back me up earlier this afternoon when I was acting like a dummy. It's weird. Compared to Okabe-san, who lazily just comes along for the ride, Mane-san's eyes have a sense of realness to them, You could mistake her for being a professional actress. This is as exciting as running around as Chat-Noir. Amane-san also seems to be thinking the same thing. She must be pretty happy that we're on the same wavelength. She totally wants to talk more about it.
意外だね。まさかこの世界で私のことを理解してくれる人がいたなんてさ。
フェイリスも嬉しいにゃ。こういうことが話せるのは今日もだけだと思ってたにゃ。
今日も？あ、岡部倫太郎だね。彼にも協力をお願いしてるけど、信じてくれるかどうか。
分かり合えるのはフェイリスとスズニャンが親友だからにゃ。
親友？
そうにゃ。生まれた時から見えない糸で結ばれていた運命の相手だったにゃ。スズニャン？
I can feel it. It's happening.
親友か。未来に置き忘れてきたものだと思ってたけど。
Amane-san unexpectedly grabs my hand in hers. Hers is warm but muscular, the strength of a man, but the delicacy of a woman.
出会えてよかったよ、ボス。
フェイリスも嬉しいにゃ。ありがとう、スズニャン。
Back to the Oyakodon. We exchange winks with each other as we prepare the ingredients, taste test the food, and enjoy our time together. The sounds of our cooking utensils ring out from the inside of the kitchen, like a type of rhythmical beat. That day, the two of us talked until late at night. We share common ground. We spent much of our lives without our dads around. I lost Papa in a car accident 10 years ago. Mani-san had been raised by her mom since she was very little. She doesn't even know her dad's face. I guess I'm pretty fortunate in that sense. While the time we spent together was brief, I still at least have memories of him, including the irreversible sin I committed.
それって辛くないの？
辛いけど、多分みんなが思うような辛さじゃないかな。
I change into my pajamas and crawl into bed. Next to me is Amane-san, also wearing one of my pajamas. She was about to go to bed in her spats and t-shirt, so I let her borrow mine instead. But because we're not the same size, her hands and feet are awkwardly sticking out. Plus, it's tight around her butt.
みんなが思うような辛さじゃないってどんな感じ？
心の傷は塞がっているけど、傷の中に残った何かが時々うずくって感じかな。
I've gone back to being Akiha Rumiho. Mani-san doesn't seem the least bit surprised, instead accepting it like it's no big deal. I guess that's probably because I sound similar to how I speak when I'm Chat-Noir. Not that I even have the guts to ask her how she feels about that. I don't want her to hate me for asking such an awkward question. I know I'm being a coward, but I'm not a risk taker. Not the real me, anyway. That's probably why I'm still reaching out to her as if everything's okay, even though the discomfort in my heart is still there.
もちろん、10年前は毎日辛くて苦しかったよ。あの時、私にはもっと何かできたはず。もしも自分の手で運命を変えられるなら、今すぐにでも変えたい。ずっと思ってた。
今でも？
運命を変えたいのは今でも同じかな。でも10年経ってようやく心の整理がついたの。傷に触れなければ痛まない。この傷はずっと治らないけど付き合い方を覚えた。そんな感じ。
10年前の事故がなかったとしてパパさんと険悪な仲になっていたかもなんて考えない？
あまねさんはパパさんと会うことに不安を感じてるの？
だってどんな人かわからないんだよ。
会えなければいいかもって思う？
どうかな。会いたいけど会いたくない。 そんな感じかな。
Mane-san's worried about someone she hasn't even met yet. She might be trying to find a way out of this. That's why she started to think that maybe it'd be fine if she didn't run into him. But I want her to see her dad. No matter what. Because I know full well how it feels to have someone torn away from you without ever getting the chance to express your feelings to them. That's why I have all this guilt inside of me.
大丈夫。あまねさんのパパだから、絶対に優しい人だよ。
そうかな。
惚れちゃうくらいイケメンかも。
それはどうかな。
でも、あまねさん、これだけは忘れないでほしいの。たとえパパさんがどんな人でも、絶対に受け入れてほしいの。家族で反発したり、離れ離れになるのは、とっても不幸なことだから。
家族で反発したり離れ離れになるのはとても不幸なこと。うん。オーキードーキー、ボス。
I love the okie dokie.
ルミホ。秋葉ルミホ。私の本当の名前。
ルミホか。かわいい名前だね。
照れるにゃ。
それじゃ明日もよろしくね、秋葉ルミホ。
おやすみ、鈴葉。
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. After having spent so much time living with Kuroki, I have no idea what it'd be like to have a sister. But if I did, I wonder if this is how it would feel. I haven't seen Okabe-san much recently, and Kuroki has been acting distant. Maybe the time machine really is a UFO, and aliens are taking over Akihabara. Thinking about that is enough to make Amane-san being here that much more comforting. I can feel my desire for her to stay with me growing stronger. I don't want to be oh my god. That hits way too hard. I don't want to be hated. I don't want to lose her. I want to be with her forever. My mind wanders as I doze off. It could be the name of my fucking autobiography. I don't want to be hated. Anyways, when I come to, I notice Amane-san's not in bed with me anymore. Just as I begin to wonder where she went, I find her in the living room.
何してるにゃ。
見てわかんない。
She doing push-ups?
腕立て伏せだよ。腕立て伏せ。
The clock reads 8:38.
よし。
Amane-san hops upright and grabs her towel. She's already in her costume.
ずいぶんとお寝坊さんだね。黒木さんが朝食の準備をしてくれてるよ。
I drag my body out from under the covers.
いつも何時に起きてるにゃ。
6時かな。いや、こっちに来てから寝坊するようになっちゃってね。
6 is late, huh?
それにしてもいいもんだよね。朝起きて隣に誰かがいるって。
フェイリスも10年前を思い出すにゃ。
前いたところじゃ寝床に人がいないってことはもうこの世にいないってことだからさ。そんな気分にならないで済むってのはいいよね。
My cell phone flashes, alerting me to a new message. Help? No. Oh. My mind goes blank as I confirm who the sender is. An email from myself? Save Nai? I'm pretty sure that Nai is Tenoji-san's daughter, but what's up with the sender?
どうしたのボス。
Mane-san notices my strange behavior and peeks at my screen from behind me. I can tell she's as taken aback as I am from the sound she makes.
これ何？
フェイリスが聞きたいにゃ。
苗ってあの苗だよね。
いたずらだとしても、フェイリスからのメールって何なのにゃ？
とにかく行ってみようよ。苗に何もなかったとしても確かめたいよ。
それじゃあ準備するにゃ。
シャノワールの出動だね。
It all went down in the alley right by the lab. Mane-san is the first one to notice, pointing at the junk shop. She whispers in my ear.
ボス、あれ？
My whole body trembles at the sight. I can feel myself getting hot, my blood flowing in the reverse direction due to being overpowered by the immense feelings of pleasure. Pleasure? What? This is what Amane-san and I were after this whole time. It's wearing a trench coat and a fedora. An anachronistic sense of fashion, to be sure. Its whole body is covered in scales, its skin a moist green. Bright red eyes and giant fangs poking out of a wide mouth that stretches from ear to ear. The lizard man. But what is it doing peeking into a junk shop? Is it going to eat the owner or something? I signal to Amane-san with a wink, and the two of us slowly creep up behind it. We charge at it together. Gotcha! Oh my god, the claws. The fucking claws! The lizard man is caught surprised. Almost instinctively, it crouches down and manages to dodge the two of us completely. By missing the target, I create a small opening for the creature to take advantage of. Fortunately, Amane-san's crazy athletic abilities prevent that from becoming a problem. She circles around in the direction the beast's running in and snaps her fingers in an intimidating fashion. I come up from behind and tackle it, unveiling the cat claws that Mayuri hid for me within my gloves. The lizard man lets out an unusual cry and squirms, just barely dodging my cat claws. Amane-san is able to take advantage of a brief opening in the creature's guard and grabs it in a Nelson hold from behind. The lizard man wriggles to get free. My gaze is drawn to its creepy red eyes. Those eyes, I've seen them somewhere before. And just then, another lizard man emerges from the junk shop. I recognize this new one's eyes too. They're red, but I clearly remember whose creepily moving eyes those are. I get it now. Both of these lizard men, they're... I take my goggles off and speak as I look at the both of them.
もう話していいにゃ、すずにゃ。
せっかく捕まえたのに。
正体が分かったにゃ。これからどういうことかたっぷりと教えてもらうにゃ。覚悟はいいにゃ。今日ま、食うにゃ。
Needless to say, the atmosphere in the lab is unusual. Okabe-san and Makise-san are both sitting on their knees on the floor. Daru-san, who was up all night, is casting a cold glare on them. Mane-san and I both look down at the two of them with our arms crossed. We originally came here because of the email I got about Nai-chan, but apparently now's not a good time for that. According to Amane-san, Nai-chan's currently helping with Tanoji-san in the shop and can't be disturbed. We've confirmed her safety, for now at least, but that doesn't mean we can relax. Not until we figure out what that email was all about. That's why we've decided to get some answers about this whole lizard man thing while we wait for Nai-chan to finish up.
それにしても、
この特殊メイクすごいにゃ。質感といい貼り付け方といい、 ちゃんと喋れたり顔の表情が作れるようになってるにゃ。
目はコンタクトかな。口の裂け目はよく見るとうまくごまかしてあるよ。
Oh my lord.
そうだろうそうだろう。このメイクは映画学校に通っているジャンピアの親父のせがれの友人の弟の傑作なのだ。完璧でないわけがない。
オカリン、反省が足りないよ。僕たちにも黙ってるなんてひどくね。
悪いなダル。これは選ばれし者のみに与えられた崇高なる任務、すなわちオペレーションガーランドなのだ。この不法隠居魔を置いて他に誰が確実に遂行できるというのだ。
How do you argue with this? How do you argue with this type of impeccable reasoning and logic? It's bulletproof.
こんな恥ずかしい格好を真由里に見せるわけにはいかんと言ったのはあんただろうが。
The door to the lab suddenly opens up, and we all turn to see who the new arrival is. Standing there silently, with her hand still on the doorknob, is Kiryu-san. Her eyes wander around the room, almost as if she's feeling guilty about something. The last people she sets her gaze upon are Okabe-san and Makise-san on the floor. Kiryu-san seems to have gotten a grasp on the situation. She then immediately steps back outside the door and closes it, as if nothing had happened. Good move. Just, probably a good move. Just... Nope. She noped out of there. It's pretty obvious from her reaction that she's involved with this whole mess. Doubly so since she was with Okabe-san at his part-time job. I signal to Amane-san.
すずにゃ頼むにゃ。
オーキードーキー。
それ
Captured.
で一体どうなってるか説明プリーズ。
Oh my god, they look so funny. Okabe's goofy-ass smile is killing me. Oh my god, it's so derpy. Kiryu-san now joins Okabe-san and Makise-san on the floor. The three of them look up at us, defeated expressions on their faces.
実はアルバイトとしてブラウン管工房の店長さんに手伝わされたのよ。ほら家賃は滞納してるじゃない。それでトカゲ人間になって都市伝説を広めてこいって。
トカゲ人間ではない。ザ・リザード。混沌の闇より生まれし孤高の魔人だと何回説明させる。
はいはいリザードね。
ザ・リザードだ。
リザード。
どっちでもいいんじゃね。
つまり3つの都市伝説のうち爬虫人間については店長にゃんの自作自演だったにゃ。
いえすべてよ。
すべて？
ええ、トカゲ人間も UFO も人間蒸発も全部嘘だったの。
Well, the UFO, it exists. Oh, but the part about aliens. Never mind. I gotcha. Lies again.
桐生萌香はさっきどうして逃げようとしたの？
カメラマンよ。
秋葉原回帰マップ用の写真にゃ。
Kiryu nods apologetically. The owner asked me to help, so... Moeka. I love how she signs off all her fucking emails. Moeka.
店長にゃんが裏で糸を引いていたってことは、これは組合が仕組んだことにゃ。
正解。秋葉原全体を使ったオカルトイベントを企画してて、イベントの集客を増やすために噂をでっち上げたの。
それならそうと私たちにも言ってくれればよかったじゃん。
だって恥ずかしいでしょ。こんな格好みんなには見せられないし。
周知プレイ。はあはあ。
He really has a uncanny ability to make literally anything awkward.
黙れ変態。
それに
Such
ミ
power.
スター・ブラウンには口止めされていてな。言ったら家賃が3倍にされてしまうのだ。あの電球頭、今度会ったらただではおかん。
あ、店長、ウィース。うっそー。
The atmosphere in the room had finally lightened up again, but even as the truth of the urban legends had been revealed, I still find myself frustrated. The adults are doing it again. Everything is a lie, lie, lie. They never once mentioned anything about this event at our meetings. They were scheming behind my back the entire time. They probably kept it a secret from me because they knew I'd say no. That's why they went out of their way to make sure these rumors spread. Those spies must have been watching us to make sure we didn't get in the way.
ねえボス。
Amane-san whispers to me, my mind still trying to piece things together.
店長、きっと今頃は私が遅刻したって思ってるよ。そろそろ苗に開店準備させるんじゃないかな。
本当に一人で店の外に出てくるにゃ。
覗いてみる？
ちょっと待ってほしいにゃ。
I turn to Okabe-san and speak loudly enough for Makise-san and Daru-san to hear.
ちょっと聞いていいにゃ。
何でも聞くがいい。
今朝、フェイリスにメールをくれたにゃ。
メール？いや、今朝はずっとメイクで忙しくてな。まだ着信の確認もしてないぞ。
I glance around the room, but Daru-san, Makise-san, and Kiryu-san's eyes are all telling me that they don't have a clue what I'm talking about. I figured I'd ask, just in case.
それならいいにゃ。
それじゃあ、私たちはちょっと用事があるからこれで。
The two of us take our leave while the remaining lab mems excitedly chat about the special effects makeup. It does look pretty good. It's pretty good makeup. As we make our way downstairs, we see Night-chan sweeping the main road in front of the Braun Tube workshop. Just according to plan, Mane-san and I exchange winks.
バイトのお姉ちゃんと猫のお姉ちゃん、おはよう。
Suzuha and the kitty girl! Oh my god.
ウィース。
おはよう。って猫のお姉ちゃん？あれ、私。
Crap, I forgot to put on my goggles.
油断大敵。
気をつけます。
I put my goggles back on.
バイトのお姉ちゃん、お父さんが怒ってたよ。遅刻しちゃダメだよ。ごめんごめん。掃除変わるよ。
Night-chan hands Amane-san the broom and looks up at us, her eyes twinkling. She's clearly been wanting to say something to us.
ねえねえ、その服、昨日駅前でチラシ配りしてる時に着ていたやつだよね。
She's apparently excited to see them up close. Her cheeks rise as she carefully examines our outfits.
これってもしかしてコスプレっていうもの？
コスプレとはちょっと違うかな。私は秋葉原の守護戦士シャノワール。こっちが相棒のシエラ。よろしくね。
いいなぁ。ねえねえ、触ってもいい？
もちろん。たっぷりねっとりどうぞ。
Night-chan places her hand on the surface of the bodysuit, enjoying the smooth texture as she draws circles with her fingers. I quietly crouch down and lean in closely.
ところで聞きたいことがあるんだけど、ちょっといいかな。
何？
最近困ったこととか怖かったことってなかった？
怖かったこと？
誰かに見られてるとか、後をつけられてるとか。
それならいっつもだよ。
相手誰だかわかる？
誰？お父さん。
え、
2階に人が増えたでしょ。だから私に変なことを教える人がいるんじゃないかって心配してるの。
Understandably so, gonna be honest. Wait, the second floor? That's us.
店長過保護だからな。
他は？
It's not like he doesn't have a point, you know?
ないよ。
She doesn't appear to be lying. She's not being defensive either. Maybe that message meant something else.
おいおい、うちの娘に変なこと吹き込んでんじゃねえぞ。
Lightbulb head. Naichan's dad, Tenuji Yugo-san, emerges from the shop. Lightbulb head. He's one of the executive members of the union, and the likely culprit behind all this occult business. I can tell he's surprised the minute he sets his eyes on me, but he quickly composes himself. He comes over and stands in front of Amane-san and I, an innocent expression on his face.
バイトが遅刻してるから何があったと思えば。これまたおかしな格好してんな、お嬢ちゃんたち。
His eyes are disgusted as he evaluates our costumes from top to bottom.
うちの娘に真似させないでくれよ。
まるで初めて見たような口ぶりね。
あ？
知らないと思ってるんですか？尾行のこと、オカルト企画のこと。
Tenochi-san places his hand on top of his sunlit head, clearly wondering what to say.
バレてたか。ま、噂を捏造するなんざやりすぎだよな。でも、良かれと思ってやったんだ。ここは協力しちゃくれねえか。
それは会合で言っておくべき言葉です。
だよね。
Caught between a rock and a hard place, Tenoji-san gently caresses Naichan's face. She's been watching this whole thing go down, so it almost feels like he's trying to assure her that we're not fighting. He glances at me. Is he legitimately trying to convince me of his innocence, or is he just trying to change the subject like always? The answer is the latter.
そういや、おい、バイト。
His new target is Amane-san.
おめえ、本当に今日でバイト辞めちまうのかい？
What?
最初の約束じゃ今日までだったが、どうだ？苗のためにももう少し続けてみねえか？
ちょっと店長。
秋葉原を出てどこへ行くかは知らねえが、そう急がなくてもいいと思うぜ。
I unconsciously turn toward Amane-san. She averts my gaze. Another lie?
せめて夏休みの間、いや、1週間でもいいからよ。
Amane-san keeps staring at the ground. She's avoiding eye contact, not letting me read her true feelings.
ダメなんだよ、店長。
どうして？
私は今日行かなくちゃならないんだ。どんなに遅くても未明までに。
わからねえな。
本当にダメなんだ。
そうか、残念だ。
なんで黙ってたの？一緒にいてくれるんじゃなかったの？
なあ、猫の嬢ちゃん。
あなたは黙っていてください。
おう。
どうして？言ってくれればよかったのに。
言えなかったんだ。任務なんだよ。今日じゃなきゃ取り返しがつかなくなる。
任務？何それ？真剣に話してるのに。
え？ちょっと待ってよ。信じてくれたんじゃなかったの？
それとこれとは話が違う。
どう違うの？ボスも ルミホも結局は私の言葉を信じていなかったんだ。悲しいよ。
それじゃあ信じればいいの？
そういう問題じゃない。
ならどうしたら残ってくれるの？
それも無理。おかしいよ、今日のボス。またそのコスチュームのせい。
I unconsciously looked down at the bodysuit. I don't know, but
コンビは間違いだったみたい。
no, that's not what I want to say.
ねえルミホ、
その名前で呼ばないで。
I shut down. My mind is confused. I'm saying everything that I want to say. I've completely lost control of myself. Lost and confused, I flee from the shop. I head straight home from there and lock myself away in my shell. Why did this have to happen? How can I fix things with Amane-san? After stripping off my Chat-Noir costume, I ended up laying in bed in my underwear for hours, just thinking.
お嬢様、起きていらっしゃいますか？お嬢様。
Calling me from beyond the door is Kuroki, our butler. After locking myself in my room, he's been checking on me periodically.
お怒りはごもっともでございます。しかしせめてお食事はちゃんととっていただけませんでしょうか。
I can sense the regret in his voice. Kuroki's feeling that way, because he knew all about the occult stuff. According to him, Tanoji-san had told him to keep it a secret because he wanted to surprise me. Kuroki completely bought into his lie. I know he wasn't trying to hurt me, but I just can't forgive him. Once I've locked myself in here, I committed to being dragged into an infinite hole with no exit.
ドアの外に簡単なお食事を用意いたしました。私のことは結構ですので、せめてご自愛くださいませ。
If I don't come out now, I might never be able to make up with the people I care about. These thoughts are almost enough to get me to reach for the doorknob, but...
はい、秋葉でございます。ああ、天内様。
Tanoji-san?
いえ、こちらにはいらっしゃっておりません。はい。はい。
I guess Kuroki's still one of them at the end of the day. My feelings of regret once again turn into those of despair, of being cheated. I hate this. I hate who I'm becoming. I hate this feeling of helpless despair. Why did it have to come to this? My eyes settle on the bodysuit on the floor.
シャノワール。
That's right. This all started the minute I first put that suit on. Wearing the goggles made me feel like I could do anything. They made me feel like a bold, new me. It made me feel like I'd thrown away my Ferris and Rumiho masks. I wondered just how many masks I actually had. Maybe this is the cost of wearing that new mask. I've lost the most important person in my life. Again, by my own hands. As I set my that just really distracted me. As I set my gaze upon the night view outside of my window, my cell phone unexpectedly rings. I don't feel like answering right now. It rings again, demanding my attention. Reluctantly, I pick up. That earlier call was from Tanoji-san.
いえ、こちらにはいらっしゃっておりません。
I have a bad feeling about this. I stand up from the bed and grab my Chat-Noir costume. And just then, Amane-san's smiling face races through the back of my mind. With that, I turn away from the costume and grab my regular clothes from the closet. Brontube workshop is surrounded by a huge crowd of people. Both the police and the union members that called them are making a big fuss. I want to see what those other messages said. Suzunan, can I call you? Mayushi. Ferris-chan, you didn't come to the shop today. Are you okay? Suzu-san said you caught a cold. Should I drop by to help tomorrow? She's such a precious little bean. This neighborhood is usually pretty quiet around this time of day, which makes all this activity that much more alarm-raising. The red emergency lights on the cop cars don't make the situation any less tense. Something bad's happened. Could Nai-chan be involved? I stand on my tiptoes and try to get a look at the situation past the crowd. The second I spot Tennoji-san up ahead, I immediately duck back down.
だからさっきから言ってるだろ。もう何時間もないと連絡がつかないんだ。あんたら警察はいつもそうじゃないか。なんで最初に相談した時に動いてくれなかった。たらい回しにされてる間、俺がどんな思いをしていたのか、おめえらにわかるか。
The adults from the union are doing their best to hold the angry Tennoji-san back. On the flip side, the cops look like they've already given up on trying to make excuses. Now that I look more closely, there are some union members missing. I wonder if maybe some of them went with the police to search for Nai-chan. Watching it all unfold from afar, I managed to grasp the overall gist of the situation. But now I regret not looking into that email further. I should never have taken my eyes off of Nai-chan. I clenched both of my fists tightly.
Mr. Brown! 一通り探してみたが見当たらなかった。本当に秋葉原駅へ行ったのか。
神田川方面にもいませんでした。念のため中央通りに沿って末広町駅まで探したけど手がかりなしね。
すまねえな、おめえら。だがナイは確かに秋葉原駅で友達を見送ってくるって言ったんだ。消えるはずがねえ。
The search team consists of Daru-san, Kiryu-san, and...
もう3時間になるね。携帯もダメなの。
She's here too.
ああ、呼び出し音はするのに、くそ！
I should probably go and join the search team too. Mane-san is wearing her concern on her sleeve as she discusses something with Tennoji-san and Okabe-san. At this point, I don't know how I could ever show my face to them. Not to mention, Tennoji-san is right there. The next thing I know, I'm running through the streets conducting my own search. On the way to Akihabara Station, I peek into alleyways, look around some buildings, and stare into the darkness. I just need to find her. I need her to be okay. But despite my impatience, she's nowhere to be found. Come to think of it, this is the same area where I ran around as Chat-Noir with Amane-san. I still remember how liberating and fun it was. But now I'm just lonely. I'd rather disappear. How easy it'd be to just throw it all away and disappear. Disappear? Wait, what if this is connected to the urban legend about folks mysteriously vanishing? But wasn't that supposed to be one of Tennoji-san's lies? That can't be. There were actual witness accounts. That's right, somewhere around Manseibashi. A message now? Isn't Manseibashi also where all that happened in the Daru story? I think it was. Manseibashi! The puzzle pieces finally fall into place. I don't care if I'm being delusional. I'm fine with this being pure coincidence. All I know is that it's worth looking into. I have to go to Manseibashi. This is one of the sites where people supposedly vanished into thin air. On the right-hand side is an electronics store with the shutters down, and on the left is Chuodori. But Nai-chan isn't here. Did I misunderstand something? Am I looking in the wrong place? What's this? I feel my foot collide with something as I look around the area.
カのキーホルダー？
It always comes back to the Upas. It's stuck in the grate of an air vent on the sidewalk. Considering I can't just pull it out, it must be jammed in pretty tightly. After applying a little bit of strength, I yank it out. And then... I have no idea what happened. The moment I thought I got the keychain out, I heard something move, and suddenly the air vent by my feet had disappeared. The next thing I know, I'm surrounded by darkness. The moonlight is the only illumination I have, but even that is soon blocked out by the metal fencing. Did I press some kind of switch, opening this place up? Why would someone set up a trap like this? I pull out my cell phone and attempt to brighten the area with the LED backlight. Oh. Why did I... Okay, that was weird. I'm in some kind of underground facility. I was, up until now, standing above the exhaust vent on the sidewalk, but then it opened up and I fell into this secret area. Maybe by picking up the Upa keychain, I inadvertently pressed a switch somewhere. Right below me is a set of stairs. The concrete walls and ceiling are visibly decayed. The construction seems similar to how a subway entrance would look. There's probably a stairway leading down here from the sidewalk. The facility itself looks pretty old. Even the slight impact of my falling down here was enough to cause dust to fall from the ceiling. It kind of feels like even the slightest sound would make the whole place collapse.
これ
I continue to illuminate my surroundings with my phone and stumble across an old plate with Mansebashi written on it. Wait, this is the old Mansebashi station. It was a little-known train station that opened up in the January of 1930 and closed the November of the next year. I'd heard about this place from Papa, but I had no idea that this is what it looked like. I cautiously descend the stairs. Once again, I feel my foot tap against something. I bring my light up to it. It's a clump of metal with a pointed tip, almost like a mini rocket. The surface of the metal object is golden. I pick it up, surprised to find that it's heavier than I expected. Is this a bullet? Why? Are there bank robbers or terrorists hiding in here? Panicked, I quickly illuminate the ground around me, but there's nothing else here. I use my phone to light up the surrounding area in an attempt to extend my field of vision, revealing to me countless tiny holes all over the walls. I move in close to one and spot a bullet inside of it. Someone was using a gun in here? The moment I gently touch the hole with my fingertip, a crack forms, and part of the wall tumbles away. The gunfire clearly weakened the structural integrity of this place. Now's not the time to be getting curious. This place is dangerous. I need to hightail it out of here. But just as I turn to head back, I catch the shadow of a person squirming in the corner of my eye. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Without thinking, I call out to her, causing more dust to fall from up top. This is real bad.
大丈夫にゃないにゃ
After shoving the bullet into my pocket, I light up the area with my phone and go to check out the little girl wriggling below the stairs. Her clothes are dirty, but I don't see any blood. She must have been unconscious or something. Her eyes slowly open, and she looks up to me, exhausted.
猫の
Kitty girl.
姉ちゃん
Doesn't look like she's in any pain either. It should be okay to move her.
みんな心配してる。とりあえず上に上がるにゃ
I instinctively turn around.
ボス、私だよ。
Mane-san slowly walks forward with her phone out.
なえ、これ落としたんじゃない？
Mane-san shows her the keychain that was stuck in the grate up top.
上で拾ったんだ。
ありがとう。バイトのお姉ちゃん。
Naichan reaches out to grab the Upa keychain from Amane-san, which is when I notice an identical unopened one poking out from her pocket.
同じものにゃそれ。うん。このウーパね。友達が前から欲しいって言ってたから、お揃いで買ったの。
I see. She must have bought it to give to her friend, but then dropped it and fell down here when she tried to grab it out of the vent.
今度は落とさないよう気をつけるにゃ。
I caress Naichan's head gently while she intently listens. When it's all said and done, I put her tiny body on my back and turn to a relieved-looking Amane-san.
なんでわかったにゃ？
なんで？おう、これだよ、メール。私のところにも来たんだ。
On Amane-san's phone are a number of emails, all from herself. The first one reads, Old Mense B. Ashi help root. After that are two emails that both get cut off at the odd spots. Ashi help root and Miho help root. It's just like what happened with me. An email from another me. But thanks to that, we managed to save Naichan. Either way, we can solve this mystery later. We have to get out of here. Mane-san walks next to me, lighting the path ahead. Giving Naichan a piggyback ride is my job. We're not too far from the exit. I'd wager it's about 10 meters away. I carefully ascend the stairs. I can't make out Amane-san's expression in the darkness, but from the sounds of her breathing, I can tell she's a bit shaken.
もう行かないと。雨が降る前に。
ね
I have to tell her. This is my last chance.
え、昼間のことにゃ。うん。あんなことになって謝らなきゃと思って。
I don't get to finish my sentence. More dust falls from overhead alongside a terrifying sound. What? As soon as I look up... Naichan and I are suddenly thrown toward the stair landing. A thick cloud of dust rises up as rubble rains from the ceiling. The ground collapses from the weight of the stuff that fell, creating a wall in front of myself and Naichan. And in that one instant... I immediately look around. Naichan, still frightened, sets her gaze on me. Amane-san. That's when I feel a chill run down my spine. She's gone. She's gone. Gone! In disbelief, I stare at the pile of rubble. She can't be anywhere else. Amane-san got swallowed by the rubble after saving us. Her words don't reach my ears. My hands are shaking and my breathing is becoming more ragged. I move some of the rubble in front of me and start to try and dig through the rest. But as soon as I manage to move one piece, another falls in its place. Naichan's small hands pull at my clothes from behind. I stare back at the pile of rubble. How long will Suzuha be able to survive under all of that? No, there's no time to hesitate. I grab her tiny hands and climbed up to the surface. I can Considering the time of day, nobody's around. How are we gonna get help like this?
ナエちゃん、ラボまで走るよ。早く、鈴葉が。待ってよ、お姉ちゃん、間に合わないよ。だから早くしなきゃ。これ。
Naichan pulls out her cell phone.
ナエちゃん、ごめん、私どうかしてる。
I clench my teeth in an attempt to prevent my emotions from overflowing, but the tears stream down my cheeks nonetheless. Even though I need to stay strong, even though Suzuha's life is on the line, I hold Naichan's tiny body in my arms and call Tennoji-san with the dirty phone. A pale Tennoji-san rushes out of the police car and hugs Naichan's fragile body with his massive frame.
ない、大丈夫。
フェリス
Lots of cop cars, an ambulance, and vehicles belonging to other union members have gathered around the site of the collapse. Okube-san also came with Tennoji-san.
大丈夫か電話じゃ駅がどうとか言ってたが
鈴葉を、早く鈴葉を。
I point to the hole in the ground leading to that hell. I can barely form a complete sentence. All I can do is try to express my thoughts. The tears keep flowing, sending my rationality into a swirl of confusion.
まさかここに鈴葉が
Okube-san takes a look around the area and freezes in shock. I notice him swallow the air nervously. How can I blame him? The sight before him is like something out of hell. The inside of the area is buried in rubble, and the stairs leading underground have been completely swallowed. How can we possibly save her? The atmosphere is filled with dread.
こいつはひでえな。
Everyone gathered at the site works together to try and remove the rubble. Heavy machinery is also on the way, but because of the suddenness of the emergency, they're removing rubble by hand, like a bucket relay. I watch everyone try their hardest a few meters away, leaning against a store shutter and holding my knees to my chest.
大人たちに任せておけばいい俺たちの出る幕じゃない
Okube-san comes over to check on me, but I have no intention of moving. I just bite my lip quietly, waiting to confirm Suzuha's safety with my own tear-filled eyes. Okube-san lets out a gentle sigh before taking a seat next to me.
だからお前は少し休め
Okube-san suddenly holds his head in pain.
どうしたの？大丈夫？
おおフェイリス無事だったか
He's acting weird. His pain seems gone, but he takes a good long look at my face and for some reason breathes a sigh of relief.
鈴葉の作戦はうまくいったようだな
作戦？
お前が生き埋めになった未来を回避するために鈴葉は D メールを送ったお前の携帯に届いたはずだ
That's right, that email.
何どういうことだ説明してくれ
I give Okabe the rundown about how Suzuha's been buried alive in my stead.
そうかそんなことに
お嬢ちゃん
Not this song.
心配なのはわかる
Fuck,
がここは俺たちに任せてくれや
Tennoji-san comes over. Okabe-san, taking a hint, quietly stands up and yields his spot to Tennoji-san before heading to a place where the collapsed area is more visible.
そんなに大人が信じられねえかうん まあ否定できないわな。大人は抜け目ねえし、むしろ相手が子供だって分かると容赦なく潰しにかかる。すまなかったな、今回のこと。仲間外れにしたかったわけじゃねえんだ。それに世間様を詐欺っちまったからな。組合の役員は辞めるよ。それが大人の責任ってやつだ。
Tenoji-san silently watches the others remove the rubble. Deep within him is a single conviction, the unshaken will and the strength to carry through with his intentions. But then something occurs that shakes me to my very core.
おい、どうした？
それが瓦礫が微妙なバランスを保ってましてね。これ以上手を出したら一気に崩壊して中の女の子を潰しかねないんですよ。
そんな。
I can't help but rise to my feet.
落ち着けお嬢ちゃん。
でも鈴葉が。
Oh my god, dude, this song kills me. Slaughters me.
いいから信じろ。他に方法は？
道路を掘り返して別の撤去口を確保するとか、とにかく今のところどうしようも。
I clench my fists.
どうにか瓦礫の向こうに人影が見えるところまでは行ったんですが、これ以上は難しいでしょうね。
隙間から引きずり出せねえのか？
無理です。隙間が狭すぎる。子供でもない限りあそこに入るのは。
私が行きます。
ダメだ。
His response is quick, almost as if he knew what I'd say. But I refuse to back down.
私なら小柄だし、隙間だって。
ダメだ。
私は鈴葉を助けると誓った。
Tenoji-san looks me in the eyes for the first time. His piercing gaze feels like it's digging deep into my soul. But then it suddenly softens.
やれやれ。まったく血は争えねえな。秋葉幸隆だよ。おめえの親父さんと同じ目をしてやがる。あの人も信念のためには犠牲をいとわなかった。だからおめえのおふくろさんはあの人についていくと決めたんだ。
パパと。
Eyes?
よし、お前とお前上がれ。俺とお嬢様が変わる。
天王寺さん。
誰かロープを用意しろ。それと明かりだ。
ちょっと待てミスター・ブラウン。フェイリスに何をさせるつもりだ。
岡部さん、私が決めたことなの。
岡部さん、フェイリス、お前。
大丈夫、必ず戻るから。鈴葉を連れて。
Nothing but pitch black darkness. The hole is so tiny and rigid that even I'm not so sure I'll be able to fit.
バイトのところまで行ったら合図しろ。足にくくりつけたロープで引っ張り出してやる。それとこれは小型の無線機だ。使うときはこのスイッチを押すだけでいい。
わかりました。そういえばこれ。
I pull out the tiny object from my pocket and hand it to Tenoji-san. It's the bullet I found in the station.
こいつは。
下で見つけました。警察の方に渡そうと思って。
そっか。で、このことを誰かに話したか？
いえ、まずは大人の人と相談したいと思いまして。
わかった。こいつのことは任せろ。お前はバイトのことだけ考えればいい。
はい。
Just to be safe, I borrowed some work clothing and a safety helmet. I equipped the radio to the latter. I know what I have to do. I'll save Suzuha no matter what. After confirming my own readiness, I begin to dig through the holes in the rubble. They demand incredibly delicate movement, and I find myself unable to even use my elbows. I inspect the area in front of me with both hands, pulling myself in via the safe-to-grab spots. That one step was only a mere 10 centimeters, give or take, but step by step, I'm slowly gaining distance. I can hear the sounds of things violently moving around. They almost sound like Suzuha's screams, attempting to rob me of my calmness. Dude, the fucking... Stop. Oh. It certainly doesn't help that all this dust is unbearable. If I carelessly cough at any point, everything could just collapse. Patience. I just have to be patient. And there, right in front of my eyes, is Suzuha's lifeless body.
Suzuha? Suzuha?
She doesn't move a muscle. No, I refuse to believe that she's... I brush off the uncertainty that's trying to crush me and reach forward into the rubble, just like before. And then... just as I move my hand, the radio turns on. I have to turn it off.
なぜ彼女を行かせたんですか、ミスター・ブラウン。
I can hear Okabe-san's voice come in through my earphones.
あいつが決めたことだからさ。
And Tenoji-san too. I wonder what they're talking about. Do they not realize that the radio's on? I continue to listen to their voices as I move through the rubble.
フェイリスが決めたことでもあなたが止めればいいじゃないか。
そいつはできねえな。
なぜ？
あいつはもう大人だからさ。
大人？
ああ、大人が自分の責任で決めたことだ。そいつを信じてやるのも大人の仕事さ。
Tenoji-san.
なあ、岡部。大人ってのはな、自分のケツを自分で拭けるやつのことを言うんだ。自分の行動に責任を持ち、失敗したらその穴埋めを自分でする。あいつはそうやって大人たちの中で戦ってきたんだ。
フェイリスが？
あいつはこの町の地主の一族として生まれて、この町を誰よりも愛してきた。父親を事故で亡くしてから、その感情は特に強くなったんだろうな。パパが愛したこの町は私が守る。そうやって大人たちに混じってこの町をより良くしようと頑張ってきたんだ。
フェイリス？
そりゃ大変だったさ。何しろ子供で、しかも女の子なんだからな。あいつの周囲には蜜にたかるアリのように強欲な大人が群がったさ。騙され、裏切られ、傷つけられ、何度もくじけ、人知れず泣いてきた。
あなたがいたでしょ？
俺にだって限界はあるさ。でもな、そんな時でもあいつは一人で踏ん張り、悪意を持った大人たちをやり込めて自分に課した責任を貫いたんだ。
フェイリスにそんな過去が？
言うわけがねえ。あいつはそういうやつだ。自分を自分として見てほしい。だからあんなチャラチャラした格好をしていたんだろうよ。あいつは本当は誰よりも純粋で傷つきやすい。だからその素顔を守るため、地元の有力者のお嬢さん、秋葉ルミホという仮面をかぶり、
さらに等身大の自分としてフェイリスという仮面をかぶった。それがあいつさ。
Noji-san。
本当は俺たちがやらなきゃいけないことは、あいつは大人たちの先頭に立ってやってきたんだ。あいつこそこの町のヒーローなんだよ。
I never knew Tenoji-san saw me that way. Tears once again start running down my cheeks. I thought I understood the world of adults, but I really didn't.
秋葉行たからよ。おめえの親父さんと同じ目をしてやがる。
He's right. I have to become an adult. A respectable adult like Papa. I've almost reached Suzuha. Just a little closer. If I reach out, I'll be able to touch her. I have to take responsibility for things. That's what adults do. Looking back on it all, the last 3 days have felt like both long and short. I went on a search for the lizard man with Suzuha, had a sleepover, laughed together. We even had a fight. And I complained like a spoiled child. My own mistake. It's too late for regrets. I haven't said sorry yet. I refuse to say goodbye without apologizing to her. I have to tell her that I'm sorry. Before she leaves forever. That's why I'm going to save her. That's so that I won't ever lose someone dear to me ever again, and I click the quick save button. And then I realized that Suzuha's right in front of me. Her arm is just lying there, lifelessly. Reach out to her. Just a little more. Reach, reach, reach! And then finally, my fingertips reach Suzuha's warm hand. It's much windier than it was before, and the air is growing more moist too. It might start raining soon. Regardless, I just stand in place. In front of me is part of the destroyed roof. What once was enshrined here is now gone. I just stare at it blankly. After everything that happened, Suzuha was carried away in an ambulance and still unconscious. Or that's what should have happened. By the time I got here, it was already too late. She had disappeared. I know where she went. She traveled to the past in her time machine. Without saying goodbye to me. Without ever letting me apologize to her for what I said.
こんなところにいたのか。鈴葉から伝言を頼まれた。お別れも言えずに出発してごめんだそうだ。やけに急いでいる様子でな。何でも予定していた出発の時刻を過ぎていてどうしようもなかったらしい。あいつは言っていた。これからする旅は孤独でずっと怖かったと。でももう怖くないらしい。それはフェイリス、お前がいたからだ。お前が親友になってくれたからもう旅立つのは怖くない。
I'm okay.
旅の行く先ではまたお前に会えるからだ。
岡部さん。
俺は鈴葉の言葉を正確に伝えているだけだ。過去への旅についてはお前の好きに解釈すればいい。それとフェイリス、鈴葉はこうも言っていた。フェイリスはせっかく素直になる術を得たのだから、母と疎遠になっているなんて悲しいことを言わず、自分の素直な気持ちをぶつけてわだかまりを解消してほしい。 私は結局父さんとは会えなかったけど、ボスにはそんな悲しい思いをさせたくない。だって家族で反発したり離れ離れになるのはとっても不幸なことだから。それじゃ鈴葉のメッセージは伝えたぞ。お前も早く帰って休め。
なんで
ん？
なんでって言っちゃったの？ちゃんとお別れを言いたかったのに、ちゃんとお礼を言いたかったのに、ちゃんとごめんねって謝りたかったのに、なんで
I'm not crying, you're crying. The light rain eventually turns into a downpour.
お帰りなさいませ、ご主人様、お嬢様。みんなで来ちゃいましたよ。フェイリスさん、まゆりちゃん。
今日はフェイリスさんが久々に店に出てきたと聞いて駆けつけたお。
もう大丈夫なんですか？何言ってるにゃ。フェイリスはいつだって元気にゃ。
Of
おお、
course.
よく来たな貴様たち。カッカッカッカ。
Alright. I got me. Not expecting a fucking the leader. Alright.
本当に来ちゃったの？
And then,
来なくてもいいのに。
you know, the other one.
お二人がまた借り出されたと聞いて応援に。
何もまたそのバイトしなくてもよかったんじゃね？
ミスター・ブラウンとの約束だからな。お盆の間はオカルトイベントで秋葉原を盛り上げることになっている。
本当はいろいろな店舗を回って PR しなきゃいけないんだけど、1日に1回はこのお店のための PR をさせられてるの。
あれからもう3日か。
天音さんも急にいなくなっちゃいましたし、なんだか慌ただしかったですよね。
漆原さん、
ごめんなさい、フェイリスさん。気にすることないにゃ、ルカニャ。
That said, I guess I'm not so good at hiding my true feelings. Makise-san and the others go quiet. Mayuri-chan is the only one to start whispering, like she just remembered something important.
そういえば、マユシーわからにゃいんだけど、結局人間蒸発の都市伝説って何だったのかにゃ。駅の管理人がたまたま中に入っていくのを組合の人が人間蒸発と勘違いしたみたいにゃ。でも中で銃を撃ってたような跡があったって。サバイバルゲームでもしてたんでしょうか。
暗がりで見間違えたのかもね。
そうかにゃ。
まあどこかの誰かさんはテロリストの隠れ家だって言い張ると思うけど。
あれは機関のアジトだ。
Oh my
それ以
lord.
外に考えられん。
ほら
But of course.
いや、あれは機関のアジトだ。きっと用済みだから証拠隠滅したのだろう。
あるあねえよ。
いるわよね。学校がテロリストに占拠されたらって妄想する人。
何を？
Someone's phone rings, and everyone's attention shifts to Daru-san as he reaches into his pocket. That's another thing I love about playing through these, is you start noticing the ringtones. Like, you hear that, and I was like, oh, it's Daru's phone. I love that.
ラボメン以外からダルにメール？ だと？
待って、ここにも何かとメールを送りたがる人がいるわ。
After Makise-san's comment, we all turn our attention to Kiryu-san. Panicked, she shakes her head, denying the claims.
失礼な。交通情報の速報メールが届いただけだ。
And just like that, the mood lightens again.
中央線で人身事故。全線が運行見合わせ。だってさ。
運転見合わせ
みたいだお。全線なんて珍しいな。どうしたのフェイリスタン？
今日は半年ぶりにママが帰ってくるにゃ。
ああ、それじゃ心配ですよね。
Today is important. On that last day, Suzuha left me a message. Now that you've finally found a way to be honest about your feelings, please make up with your mom. Please tell her how you really feel. I intend to respect her wishes and talk to Mama. Up until now, anytime that Mama came home, we'd just have small talk. But that all ends today. Maybe to her, work is more important than I am. But even if that is the case, I'm ready to accept it. Now that I have all these dear memories of my time together with Suzuha.
なよし、ちょっとお店をお願いするにゃ。
どこ行くんフェイリスタン？
予定じゃもうついてる頃にゃ。ちょっと様子を見てくるにゃ。ママ、今どこ？
ルミオ？ただいま。まさかあなたから電話をくれるなんてね。どうしたの？
ただいまってもう家に着いたの？
さっきね、電車が着いて駅の中を迷子になってたら人身事故のアナウンスでしょ。飛行機を1便遅らせたら大変だったわねって話してたのよ。
話してたって黒木と？
ああ、そのことだけど実はね、ルミホ、今日はお客様も一緒なの。
お客さん？ちょっと待って、せっかくママとゆっくり話せると思ったのに。
ごめんなさいね。でも落ち着いて聞いてほしいの。前にも話したかしら。ほら、パパの恩人、昔商店街の用心棒をしていたとかで。
ママ、その人ってシャノワール？
あ、そんな名前だったかしら。とにかくね、その人が10年前に病気になっちゃってね、海外で治療を受けることになったの。でもパパが10年前にね。だからママがパパの代わりに今までその人のお世話をしてきたのよ。
そんなことが。
ごめんね、今まで黙ってて。でもおかげでその人一時退院できるまでに回復できたの。それでせっかくだからって家に招待したのよ。
ママが海外に行ってたのってお仕事じゃなかったの？
その両方よ。だからあなたを黒木に任せてたんだけど、今までママの分まで負担かけてたみたいね。ごめんなさい、ルミホ。
ママ。
でも安心したわ。あなたとってもしっかりしてるじゃない。黒木から聞いたわ。子供とばかり思ってたけど、いつの間にか大人になっちゃって。
そんなことないよ。
ごめんなさいね、ルミホ。今までほったらかしにして。
私の方こそごめんなさい。
いいのよ。それより今夜は ママが手料理をご馳走してあげるから期待しててね。オムライス好きだったわよね。
ママは今何してるの？
お買い物よ、お買い物。だからルミホにはお客様の相手をしてほしいんだけど。
大丈夫、ママ。ちゃんとやれるから。
そう、よかった。それじゃあ30分ほどで戻るから。
待ってるね。お客さんか。
I'd still prefer if it was just the two of us. After opening the front door, I ask Kuroki about our guest. He informs me that she's in the living room, so I make my way there while trying to figure out what to say first. Maybe a simple nice to meet you? Or just a hello? This is trickier than I thought. But the moment I see her facing the table, her back to me, my mind goes blank. She's so familiar. Petite and delicate, but broad, strong shoulders. Those unique pigtails. Okay. I can't help but swallow my breath the moment she turns around to face me. She's over 50 years old, and her eyes and cheeks reflect that, but the glimmer in her eyes, there's no mistaking it. It's her. Without moving an inch, I just keep staring into her eyes. My mind is blank. Okay. I try to speak, but there are no words. She's reacting the exact same way. She stares right back at me. Her older eyes are filled with tears. God damn it. It's as if her feelings that were locked away for all these years are just flowing out. Without realizing it, I begin to walk toward her. And she does the same. And then, in her usual tone of voice...
黙って消えてごめんねボス。
Without saying a word, I wrap my arms around Suzuha. Okay. I'm alright. It's a good one. Superhero Chat-Noir. I'm alright. Oh man. I don't have words. Just tears. I'm gonna say this every time, but I love these so much. That's how I'm gonna end every single one of these, is I love these stories so much. Anyways. Oh my god, my heart. My heart. Alright. I'm out. Bye.